Hey family, we have a new crew tier with exclusive members only polls, messages, and content. We already have some videos live, like our skeleton key reading, a spirit animal bird reading, so I'll see you on the other side of the Onyx key. Make sure you hit the join button so you can go deeper down this experience with me. Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in a description box below. So we're back with another pick a card reading. It's timeless and it is a new love-based reading I'm introducing to the channel. If you're a member of the crew, hello, hello, hello. You get first dibs on the reading. For those of you that are finding us a little bit later, possibly a month after I introduce it to the crew, welcome. I'm excited you get to see as well. I'm going to be doing a lot more concepts like the thumbnail you see. So today we are looking to see who you're actually attracted to and compatible with in love. So I threw Zodiac, Astro, Tarot. I have that astrology themed thumbnail. I'm excited about it because I mentioned in the video I did this morning, y'all are working me like a full 8-hour shift for the channel. I love it. I had time today. It's a bit rainy outside, so I'm not leaving. So I'm like, let me do some work since I'm not gonna leave. And so I'm sitting here doing these readings and I'm like, I wanted to point out the post that I mentioned in the previous reading I did. Yeah, I almost lost track of my thoughts. There's a huge woo energy, right? Like, I don't know if all of you are feeling it. The transits this year, lots of Pisces energy, lots of Virgo Pisces axis with the nodes shifting there. It's going to be a lot of concentration on your health, your wellness, your mental health, your spirituality. Those are all going to be critical themes. And the way that it affects you is going to be based on how it interacts with your chart, right? Your personal natal chart. And the one common thing is prioritizing health, prioritizing your mind and the health of that as well, and not allowing yourself to do the spiritual bypassing thing, as well as I'm heavily discouraging the use of the channel for spiritual psychosis reasons, right? That's the reason why the Destiny Swap video is never leaving memberships. That's the reason why I'm introducing some of these concepts, because they're fun. You still get your love readings, but they have an honest take, right? It's like, yeah, I got the two to confirmation. We don't get those that often. It gives you some accountability with who you're engaging, romancing, or tempting to, right? So this is one of those topics. And the hilarious thing about it, I have a list. So I mentioned it on memberships, and this intro I'm going to use as kind of like a preview, insiders, whatever, to the crew and the things that we talk about over in the Onyx Key. So when I originally channeled that Destiny Swap concept that became that video and the piles, I also channeled, okay, we don't want to do the spiritual bypassing thing. I have a whole write-up of the spiritual bypassing thing and making sure people aren't using the channel to support that, as well as the spiritual psychosis, because I don't support that, okay? So, long story, completely long. I have a list of concepts that may give you the love readings you're looking for, on top of other readings you're looking for. Really fun topics, right? But I don't want you to get lost in these topics. There's some realism that keeps you grounded in that, because the whole purpose is I want to give you the messages. I want you to be able to see far ahead, but I also want you to be grounded in the 3D, in the present, and not get lost in the sauce. All right. So let me tell you about some of the things that are coming. This is the first one. So if you're seeing it next month, yay, you get to see it on the public side. I'll probably do another one specific to memberships that will never see the light of day over here. I have, where is it? I have those thumbnails I made literally a month ago when I originally was channeling the Destiny Swap thing, because this jumped in front of at least 2 videos. I am going to pull it up here so I can see it as I'm talking to you about it, but I'll give you, like I mentioned, the sneak peek. I'll let you see some of the things that I'm working on. I let people in the crew see stuff like this in their readings, but I'm going to put it in this one public video so that you can kind of get a vibe of like when we do redirections, when we do, like when I give you all of the details and I channel beyond just your pile to give you more clarity on the situation. Those are the types of things we do there. So I'm not really selling it to you, because if you're not interested, like I'm not trying to make you be interested in something you're not. But if you were like, I would like more information on that, I may be interested, here you go. So you can see here I'm having have that tarot tart with tea. That's my Mardi Gras themed thumbnail, which this one was going to be. So if you're looking for Mardi Gras themed on the public side, just treat this one as though it's Mardi Gras themed, because it was supposed to be, if you're not joining memberships, because that one's not coming out to the public. As well as you can see that Donuts of Destiny that I was working on, as well as your Secret Admirer reading that you have. And then I have like at least 3 to 4 of that Passion Palace. Is that Palace? I don't know why I'm saying Palace. Passion Place thumbnails, like 3, 4 concepts. One of them may come public, but I'm only promising those to the crew. So you can see I made these thumbnails a month ago. This one did not even exist at the point of me making the screenshots today. This is live today. So I was like, let's do this one instead of those. For whatever reason, we're rocking and rolling. And then this thumbnail was born, and here we are. Here you go. You compatible cupcake. Okay. So I'm excited to do this reading. I know I'm still talking. I'm excited to do this reading because I'm like reading notes and I'm trying to like make sure I tell you everything I channeled in advance. It's a lot because these cupcakes were already starting to talk before I finished the thumbnail. Like yeah, I know I sound crazy. each pile, each cupcake had a distinct energy starting from the image itself. And so I'll talk about that as you select each pile. All right. So, long story long, journey complete. We're going to see again who you're actually attracted to and compatible with in love, right? Not what you may be chasing, not what you want to be attracted to, like what you actually like if you get to know people, right? So, for those of you that are visually impaired, or if you simply like to choose based on me verbally describing each pile, let's do it now. Pile number 1 is the crunchy caramel cupcake. I almost said latte. Some of you like caramel lattes. Good for you. Pile number 2 is the pink cream strawberry cupcake. Pile number 3 is the purple rose cupcake. And then pile number 4 is the yellow mango green pistachio cupcake. Okay? I'll give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile number 1, my crunchy caramel cupcake. Let's see who you're actually attracted to and compatible with in love. For those of you that are new, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself and a lesson in the journey. This pile, you're already, like I mentioned in the intro, if you watched it, each cupcake was already like, I'm here. I got messages for the people regarding their love lives. And I'm trying to ground your energy because it feels antsy. And I'm realizing that when I introduced each pile in that pile selection, verbal description, I accidentally said caramel lattes. Some of you like caramel lattes. That's your thing. You're in your right place, right space, especially if that's why you chose this cupcake, okay? But the stimulant, I feel it in this pile a little bit, so maybe ease up on some of that caffeine, okay? Like I know when I'm channeling, the energy can raise a little bit too high for me sometimes, and then I have to ground it back. But as I'm trying to do that, that could be a message for you as well on the pile 1, you specifically side, okay? I feel like in getting to this pile, it's specific to this pile, I ran through the intro. Now I know that intro was relatively long. Like I got screenshots, I'm discussing things in memberships that I'm encouraging people that may be hesitant or interested to do. So it was long, okay? But I feel like I was like, oh wow, it's pile one. It's my time. I'm not quite ready, or ooh, it's moving faster than I expected, or like just something sneaking up on you regarding your love life, okay? So that's a thing. All right. I associated this with the Ferrero Rocher candy because it just feels like that. Just looking at it, looks like a cupcake that would have been made with that. So that's another confirmation for some of you. Each image had a description, except this one. It literally just said caramel cupcake and PNG. That's it. So with you specifically, maybe it could be something regarding just images, like high quality digital images. This could be websites, since we're talking about PNG specifically. Just something about that's going to be relevant to you. Whether it's just me confirming you're in your right place, right space, or if this is going to be or these are going to be qualities associated with people you're typically actually attracted to, not just trying to, do the thing. So let me pull from these decks and see what's going on, because pile one is feeling like you had a caramel latte today. If you did, I know, I can tell. Let me see. I feel like and I've gotten this before, but the energy spiked, right? It's so high that I had to like leave the reading alone. um I've said this before. I feel like I've kind of had coffee, espresso on an empty stomach. Makes no sense because I had a lunch, okay, right before this reading. I had a heavy lunch right before this reading. I was eating. I should be tired, okay? But I have a stimulated vibe now that I'm in this group, okay? So let me see what's going on here, okay? Tell me for my pile number one, my crunchy caramel. What was I gonna say? Was I gonna say coffee? Like some of you it's coffee. It's something about coffee, okay? Some of you like the really stimulated energy. So that's the thing. You're attracted to people that are really fast moving, fast talking, fast paced. Like that's like slow and dragging energy doesn't excite you, it bores you, whether you realize that or not, because that's why we're asking the question of what you're actually attracted to. Some of you need to know you need someone that's fast paced, fast motion, because sometimes y'all get wrapped up in the opposites attract. You can't be too opposite because it'll throw you off. So like if you're go spike espresso latte, and like you're chasing people that are like really slow and dragging, don't do that, okay? Because it's not it you might get bored. I'm not gonna lie. Like so far, like the spike in energy is like, okay, what are you attracted to? What are you compatible with? Spiky, go, fast moving energy, okay? So let me see. Tell me crown chakra, spiked energy, okay? So when we talk about energy raising, I mentioned earlier, like there's certain piles where I'm like, oh, I'm struggling to ground. It's gonna be hard to read. I'm gonna start rambling, and like the energy go. Like I'm gonna start talking so fast that I don't know that people are gonna catch the message. This is that pile. It doesn't happen every pile, but it happens in certain piles. Okay. And I say that because this is an energy that's raised. Right? When we talk about the crown chakra, we talk about the chakra that connects us to source, connects you to God. So like that's why it says the violet flower of life supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. So this is someone like the qualities you admire, really, people that are enduring, people that are connected to source, people with a solid spiritual, possibly if it matters, religious foundation. But this person's going to be connected to source whether they're consciously so or not, right? Like, you know how sometimes there's those atheist agnostic personality types that still, if they really, like, if you pay attention to them and you're spiritual, they don't realize they're spiritual. I've seen that before in engaging people, especially in like academic settings. They think that they don't believe in anything, but when you really like peel through and like even the scientific theories that they connect with is, yeah, no, I think you just want to be different, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the personality types that I'm getting here, is whether they're conscious of it or not, that connection to source. Okay. We got throat chakra. The frequency of throat chakra, blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. I love that you got 2 chakras that came out of this. Why? Connected to source. Yeah, because this is actually a clear quartz. So quartz, which is like a spiritual kind of crown chakra-esque crystal. Someone that is connected to spirit, someone that you would consider to be connected to like the universe, to God. And that's one of the most important qualities to you, whether you realize it or not. Someone that's very clear in communicating, someone that's intuitive, someone that has quality instincts, like their instincts function well, right? Good judgment, good discernment, right? Not needing all of the facts before being able to make a quality decision in life, like, because you're not going to know everything, right? This supports being able to maneuver the unknown circumstances in life. Like, those are the qualities you're attracted to. Okay. If you're a person that typically goes for people based on physical appearances, I'm not saying date people you're not physically attracted to. I would never tell you that. I would never tell you that. Please don't say I said that. I did not. But physical attraction is not enough for you. Okay. I don't know if you realize that, but physical attraction, and some of you are like, oh, this person looks so good, they're doing so well on paper, we're connecting mentally, but if there's a lack of a spiritual connection, I don't know that you're really gonna be engaged for very long. Okay, whether you realize that or not, I feel like you're gonna get bored. Also, in this connection to source, connection to spirit, something about the way a person communicates, possibly even a sound, like, you're the type of person, if you're not attracted to how someone's voice sounds, leave it alone. If you don't like the sound of their voice, leave it alone, because it's not gonna work. Okay. You may get caught slipping in that sense as well, because the way that this person sounds as well as the way this person speaks is going to be important to you in terms of compatibility and what you are attracted to. I love this topic already because it's different. I've not done it before. Let's go. Wheel of Fortune. There's a lot of purple and blue on the table. Okay. Now this is, you like people that are that believe in destiny, that believe in fate, that not only believe in those things, but also use that to their advantage, right? Like it's one thing to know, believe in fate and destiny, but it's another thing to say, let me move with the universe towards that, right? Like supporting their own journey, right? Being disciplined and accountable in that sense. I feel like I've been using those words a lot because you guys needed to stay grounded during these transits I talked about in the intro. So destiny, someone that's very fortunate, that's very blessed, but it's not just by chance, it's fated, it's destiny, right? It feels like the type of pile, you may be attracted to people that seem destined for greatness, right? Like that's the phrase. Like, you like people that aim to be successful. Okay. But watch that, because the reason why this came out is to make sure you know that, again, the physical attraction, someone that's successful, that's not enough for you. There's a lot of successful, attractive people, I promise. Especially if you're attractive and successful yourself. There are a lot of people that match that profile. It's your duty to go out and find those people that mesh well with you within that, I guess, group. Okay, so let me see. Tell me more about my pile number 1, my crunchy caramel cupcake. What are they actually attracted to and compatible with in love? And I feel good. I feel like I've kind of successfully grounded your energy. Make sure that if you really like an espresso latte, whatever person, like if that's your thing, ease up just a little bit. Like, I'm not saying you can't have it every day. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, don't be having it multiple times a day. Okay? Because I spiked up, okay? And, like, I needed to ground you. We got the shadow. Yeah. So this is the moon, traditionally. What I like, this combination feels like someone that's very aware of their shadow. And they have it under control. So I mentioned that discipline, I mentioned that composure. Um it feels like someone that has themselves under control. So when it comes to you, you are compatible with people that know and can clearly communicate their shortcomings. Like, I'm self-aware, I know what's going on. Like, I promise you, I know that this is where I'm a work in progress at. I'm working, I'm trying here, okay? So you're not gonna do well with people that lack self-awareness, that don't know what they're not, like if there's someone that you've been engaging romantically and they are not aware of their own shortcomings, they don't realize when they're doing things they shouldn't be doing, like, that's not gonna work for you. Like, that's not. So I need my power ones to know. And I don't know why I'm being this way with the power ones. I feel like sometimes I don't want to call y'all the chaotic group. I won't do that. But I feel like sometimes y'all can bring the chaos immediately into the piles, okay? So you need someone that's self-aware. You need someone that's actively working on their shadow. Um, and you need someone that knows how to successfully maneuver through it. Because working on it and maneuvering through it, two different things. I can say all day that I'm working on myself and that I'm trying to quote unquote eliminate my shadow. You're never going to be perfect, but when you step into a shadow state, how do you recover? How do you ground? How do you step out of it? Like, how do you find your way through it? Right? That's what you need. Someone that can maneuver through their shadow periods and tendencies effectively. Okay. Anybody that struggles with that is not going to work for you. Okay, tell me more about my pile number one, my crunchy caramel cupcake. What are they actually attracted to and compatible with in love? Firm foundation, stable, grounded, wise, stable. All of this combination is stable, grounded. Okay. Someone that is stable, someone that is grounded. Okay, so I got two distinct personalities, and this could be both that would work for you, or this could be someone that meshes both of those qualities and just discerns when to be each. Okay, but this is what I'm getting. Okay, if you're hyperstimulated, you may actually need someone to ground you. That may be best for you, healthiest for you, if that makes sense. I'm getting that. But I'm getting a really stable, grounded personality type, and I'm getting a go, 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 move, let me act and be instinctive personality type. Now, that may seem contradictory, but it can be a person that knows when to be what? When to be stable and grounded, when to move on instinct. That could be the person, okay? Like your ideal one, like the thumbnail suggests. I think it came out pretty cute for me to do it on a whim like that this morning. So let me see. Give me more. I'm taking this one because I don't want this. Yeah, it's already dragging. Power one always drag. If you're really stimulated, you need someone to help you ground. And I know I mentioned the opposites is not attracting. I'm not saying, I know, I don't want to be contradictory. If you're really stimulated, you may need someone to help ground you, but they have to have the patience for you being so stimulated, okay? If you are really slow moving, like this pile, you may need someone to move, pick you up, get you to move a little faster, okay? And yes, someone can have that opposite quality of you in one way, but they can also be disciplined and reliable in the other way. Like if we're talking about someone really stimulated, they still have that discipline, they still have that discernment. If we're talking about someone that's really stable and grounded, they still know how to move. Like that's part of being grounded. You can't be grounded without knowing when to move. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just talking about the distinction between too slow and grounded versus fast-paced and overstimulated. Okay, that's the distinction I'm trying to make that I feel like I'm struggling bad with right now. So somebody in this pile either struggles with communication, or you tend to go for people that struggle with communication, and that's part of your problem. Okay, I've got Hope, which is the star. Look at all of these planets. Some of you are into astrology for real, and you may be most compatible with somebody that's interested in all of the spirituality and concepts like you. Good for you. But 18, 17 steps. The moon and the star. So we got a shadow, we got hope. Someone that knows how to maneuver through their shadow and keep hope even when things look like you can't be with a pessimist. This is a pile of a pessimist, not gonna work for you. Someone has to be able to have hope, have faith that things are gonna improve no matter how bad they are. Not in a illusion based perspective, but in a where do we go from here? How can we resolve whatever issue? How do we pick ourselves up? How do we find the light at the end of the tunnel, right? That's the personality type you need, okay? So let me see. Let me get one more. Great. In the bottom. So when I was doing the secret admirer reading, there was a pile. It was not pile 1 where I got the itchy nose thing, and I just got a whiff of that. So please take care of your allergies. Look what's back. Destiny. Yeah, you're the overachieving pile. So okay, the general message of the type of people all of you selecting the pile is you like to date beneath yourself. I don't say that to be offensive, but you like to date beneath yourself. That's not good. This is, you have 3 major arcana, right? So we've got destiny, which is the wheel of fortune. We've got the star, and we've got the moon. You tend to go for people that are not on your level. That's not a good thing at all. Like some of people will be like, yeah, I'm humble. I don't think I'm better than people. No, you shouldn't. But when it comes to love, you kind of should a little bit, just because it feels like any hiccups in romance and love while you would be watching love readings, why you would need a reading to tell you what you're actually attracted to is. Like something about the people you go for or typically are interested in. It's usually ooh, I gotta wait because it's always a polarity. So I'm gonna lead with the it's usually beneath you. Some of you like to go way beyond your league, okay? I don't like to say that because that doesn't sound friendly, but it's the truth, right? There's certain qualities, and you'll know. Be honest with yourself, you'll know, because we don't lie here. You'll know if you're on that shadow side of liking people that are quote unquote beyond out of your league, because are you what you want? Right? Like when we talk about people that make lists and qualities, like this is what I want in a partner. I think I made a short a while back about it. And it's like, but are those your, like, do you align with that, right? Like if you don't align with the things you feel like you want in a partner, like let's say you want an overachiever but you're not one yourself, like let's say you want someone that's fast paced and decisive but you're slow moving and poor at planning and management. You see what I'm saying? That's how you end up on that shadow side. And why it wouldn't work out is because people that have it together like this want other people that have it together like that. Okay. Also, that side where you're selling yourself short and kind of dating. I hate to say dating beneath you, but that's really. I didn't say it. The deck said it. These are all major arcana. Notice you see the colors. That's the minor arcana. You got all major arcana. I'm not gonna lead with that shadow because that's mean, but you'll know if you fall there, because do you align with the qualities you think you say you want in a partner? If you give your list to people and they say, yeah, that's a great partner, where you going to meet someone like that? And you know what I'm saying? Or if you tell people like, this is what I date, like I only date these kind of people, and people look at you funny, it's because they're like, that's not you. So how are you going to expect that? That's how you know you're on the shadow. And I got sirens. Y'all going to have to forgive the sound. I live near a university, y'all. It just is what it is. Let me see. All right. And then, oh, somebody, y'all are so nosy, but I don't mind. It's fine. I'm not in school, but I live near a university. Yes. But here, high achieving, I heard high roller person. That's what you're actually compatible with if you feel like you kind of fit that mold a little bit yourself, right? Like this feels like a pile of, you need someone that matches you where you're at. That's the nice way to put it, so that the shadow can still get the message without me being insulting. This is a pile of, you need someone that's at your level, not too high above you, not too low beneath you. Because when we talk about, okay, because even let's say you like to date quote unquote up, if you date up, right, and you're not aiming for that up yourself, you don't want, that's not a good situation to be in. You're reliant on the up. You get what I'm saying? So you need to be someone that's equal and dynamic with you in terms of goals, ambitions, stage of life. Okay, all right, this is the world, by the way. I think it's hilarious that Pile One came through with a pile that looks just like the thumbnail so far. So this is my overachieving pile. Do not be dating beneath you. I'm going to leave with that one because I said what I said in a not friendly way. I don't want to keep saying it, okay? Stop dating beneath you. It's not a humble thing to do. It's to your detriment, okay? Let me see here. What am I doing? And stop drinking so much caffeine, please. Yeah. Because this is that pile that does that. Let me see. Tell me my pile number one, my crunchy caramel cupcake. Please, who are you actually attracted to? Pisces, intimacy, intuition, compassion, more of that spiritual energy. Pisces rules mental health, it rules the mind, it rules hospitals. So we talk about people in the medical field, that people that work in mental health fields, like just health, wellness, all of that, as well as spiritual practices. Okay, now I mentioned all of those Pisces transits being how we got this reading and more to come of making sure you're being grounded in your approach to love, right? Some of you have a bit of an illusion-based vision of what you want in a partner. So watch that, okay? Because that's what I mean on those shadow sides that I won't keep talking about. And I know what I'm talking about because I feel myself clearing some energy when I step into the pile. So I got really stimulated. Now I'm clearing energy. Some of y'all are actually going through it. Go to the non-love readings. There's a place, a space for you here that can help you get where you want to go, okay? If you're only watching the love readings. But Pisces is someone that's very private, very mysterious, keeps their business to themselves. I call it the Hollywood glamour sign, right? Like it's very siren-esque, right? It's like mermaid siren-esque. The allure to where you're not quite sure what you're getting into until you actually see. Some of you may have a tendency of that in the most shadow sense, like not seeing people clearly until it's too late. But that doesn't mean that's a bad thing to do. This shadow card is actually ruled by Pisces. That allure, that mystery is not a bad thing. It's just your discernment and who you're dealing with and ignoring red flags that makes it bad, right? All right, let me see. Let me get back to this lighter side. I've got Sagittarius, optimism, exploration, and freedom. Someone that's exceptionally open-minded. You need a partner that is open-minded, that likes to travel, that likes to learn, that likes to explore, that likes to test the boundaries of spirituality. Like this is a pile of, even if you're religious, you're curious about other religions, you're curious about other spiritual practices, and you need a partner that's going to be okay with that, okay? Because it's heavy on the pile. This is a pile also, when I keep saying don't, like you're dating beneath you, this is a pile of you need to be very particular, very selective. If you have been particular and selective on that shadow side, continue to be that way, but manage your expectations based on who you are, where you are, and what you have to offer mutually to someone else, right? Like what do you have to offer mutually to someone else, and align your expectations closer to that level, okay? When we talk about people that are really high achievers, you know, you're here, you're all very confident, you all got going on, like you got like your 5 degrees, you got your 6 businesses. Like I know y'all are like you're like at the top of your career path and things like that. You're doing really well. You're like one of 100. All of you, I talk to y'all. Y'all are here. You're fine. Stop dating beneath you because you're bored. That's the problem. That's what's wrong with you. What are you actually compatible with and attracted to? Other people like you. And I know it sounds like common sense, but this is a pile of not doing it. So I have to say it. I have to say it. Tell me more about my pile number 1. So listen, a good example of making sure you're with the right kind of people and like you're not settling, because some of you're so flowy, you're so open-minded that it's a little to your detriment. If you're dating someone and they're shocked and like they're like, I can't believe Pile 1 is talking to me, leave that alone. Like, I'm not being mean, I'm being real. Like, if you're dating someone, they're like, man, I cannot believe Pile 1 actually like was talking to me for real. Like, I don't even know how it happened. That's a red flag, because it's a person that's identified you as being better, way too good for them. And I'm not saying like I'm not saying people that are like, oh, I'm so excited, I didn't think this person would talk to me. I'm just saying, if you look at you and you look at them, and I'm not talking about physically, I'm not even talking about materially, I'm talking about drive, I'm talking about ambition, I'm talking about the way you live your life. Like, if you care about your health and this person doesn't, that's a red flag, things like that. So you guys sit with it. Let me see. Tell me more, because this pile is already way too long. Way too long. Okay. The energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. Yes, as ambitious as you, for better, for worse. If you're not ambitious, leave those ambitious people alone. You're going to get aggravated with them because they don't know how to sit down. If you are ambitious, stop dating people with no ambition. I know it sounds cut and dry, black and white, but like a lot of you here, when we talk about who you're actually attracted to and compatible with, I don't know if it's those of you that feel like you're high achievers, feeling like you want to have the upper hand in a connection by dating quote unquote beneath you, or some of you are trying to level up through other people. That doesn't work, because that is half the incompatibility, is the power dynamic, right? There's a power dynamic in the connection that there's no way for it to work when that exists, right? At least not healthy and in a happy way, right? Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. This is a pile of needing to be a little more confident in who you are and where you are, and being okay with that, for better, for worse. Okay? But you need confident people that are at your same level of desire for success, similar goals, right? Like similar desires. Like, if you know you want to travel, why would you date a homebody, right? Like, if you know you are very into higher learning and education, why would you date somebody that's never been to college? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like this is a pile of needing to know that. And I'm not saying that there aren't relationships out there that are successful that contradict what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you pick pile 1 today and you're struggling in your love life, this is what the issue is for you. Okay? Not whoever that it worked out for, not whoever that it didn't work out for. You need to be dating at your level, for better, for worse, okay? And let me see. And just so we're clear, when I say level, it doesn't always mean financial and material. It doesn't always mean age. It means goals. It means ambitions. It means routine, right? You're like, it feels like a pile of dating people that don't even align with your routine, right? I mentioned the example of, some of you may care about your health. You're dating people that don't care about their health. What's wrong with you, right? Stuff like that. So let me get this. And I got twin flame at the bottom of your reset. Twin flame can be equally yoked, right? Someone that mirrors you, for better, for worse. If you know, and I'm not like coming for people that are a little slower moving and less ambitious, because I can understand the hype of like relaxing. Like, my Mars is in Taurus. I don't mind relaxing and eating and doing nothing if I have, the free time to do so. That's not, I would get bored doing that full time. But I could see why somebody would love that, right? So if you know that's you, that's where you need to be with, because that's what's gonna, like, for you in this pile, that's where you're gonna be happiest, because this person's not gonna disrupt you resting and like eating good foods. Like, they're not gonna try to put you on a health kick when you don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So just compatibility, and you know what I'm saying? Like, this feels like that pile that struggles with that. So let me see. Tell me more about my pile number one. Third eye, yeah. Intuition, chakra, blue, telepathy, perception, more spirituality and connected to source. Lots of blue on the table, but again, same, like mirroring, right? Someone that's on the same page as you, someone that communicates effectively with you. This is a using your discernment to find your partner. That's it. I'm not going to keep going because we're already here. We have it's complicated, platonic, perspective, chance. Okay, I'm going to put this here. Okay, those two cards feel like a combination that says, okay, knowing when to just keep people as friends. Just because somebody looks good and you get along with them doesn't mean you need to be dating them. The end. Some of these people, you're compatible as friends. When you try to get too close, beyond that, you try to go to that relationship-based intimacy, it falls apart, because that was never supposed to be somebody you were dating. Stop dating everybody that fits that outlier and start dating people that match your outlier, right? Like the physical, whatever. But make sure you go a little deeper than that before you move beyond the friendship stage for this pile, so that you can know, like, okay, my routine, my habit, my mind, my spiritual practices align with this person, because that's where you're struggling. All right. All right. I'll pull here. Give me more advice on my pile ones, because you need advice. You don't need me to describe it anymore. You know exactly where you're not doing it right. I'm not laughing at you. I just didn't expect it to be so much chaos. This says this is a higher energy. This is universal energy that came out across the board. You got, technically, when it came down to this deck, there are all of the chakras along with cards that say like dynamic, prosperity, tantric journey, things like that. You got 2 chakras, and then you got 4 major arcana out the tarot deck. You see what I'm saying? So again, if you're a high achiever, stop wanting that power dynamic of dating people that are not quite where you are. And also, if you lack that confidence in yourself of being able to maintain a relationship with somebody like that, that means you need to get your shadow under wraps. Because it's like, you don't date people that are like you because you feel like you have habits, traits that people that would be, I guess, on your level are not going to go for, or the people that you should be engaging, not going to go for. Okay, so tighten up. Okay. And the same on the shadow. It's like, tighten up, because the people you want seem to be a little, if you're not out of their league and you're dating down, they're a little out of your league. If that's what you want, tighten up. You know what I'm saying? So let me go here so I can hurry up, because this pile is already long. Pile 1 always gets the long one. What is this? We got coffin, new beginnings, liberation, reborn, transition, tragic endings. Well, we got passion, insane chemistry, sparks, having fun, equal interest, burning desire. Don't be led purely by passion. Some of you get lost in being attracted to people to the point where you overlook clear, distinct red flags. And it doesn't mean red flags in the person themselves, but red flags as it pertains to a relationship with you. Okay? The snake. Competition and enemy. The other woman, look over your shoulder. Well, oh, chaos. Some of you just genuinely struggle with the discernment of knowing when people are attaching themselves to you for the wrong reasons, okay? Like, you need to be able to tell. Like, some of you can't tell when people are pretending to be attracted to you. Like, yeah, I'm not going into all of this. But don't get lost in the passion, to the point where you're like, oh, I like this person, they're so attractive that I'm gonna act like we belong together even though we don't. Like, if you know, like I used in that short where I asked, that actually inspired this question, it was, if this person that you're so passionate about, and I'm giving you a person just for description based, like I'm not saying there's a specific person on the table, I'm saying people in general, that when you're dating, if you're so attracted to these people that you overlook stuff. Like, think about if your brother, sister, cousin, or enemy, let's say enemy since it's on the table, like did some of the things that this person would do, what would be your reaction? So if you hate it in this person, like if certain actions made an enemy out of friends, if certain actions make you can't stand certain family members, if certain actions make it to where you can't stand certain coworkers, then why are you living with somebody that does that? That's what this pile needs to understand. Okay, let me see, let me get, tell me more about when it comes to attention and love languages, because I got two decks I feel like are going to give me that. Tell me, when it comes to my pile one, attention and love languages, what are they actually attracted to, please? Attention and love languages for my pile one, because I'm closing you out. Attention and love languages. Optimism, I mentioned. Pessimistic mentalities, people that are mean to you, it's not going to work. People that are cold, stoic, not passionate towards you, people that are like, optimism, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. You need a positive partner. This is not okay. If you're, okay, so let me be careful about my words, because there's a specific personality type that I do not want to go over your head, because I don't know how many of you are here, but it's important. If you know you're the type of person, you lack accountability, you lack discipline, you need people to be very hard on you to get ahead, that don't apply to your love life, okay? I'm serious. I know there's personality types. It's like, no, I know I need somebody to be on me. Not when it comes to romance. Your romance, your intimacy with your partner, with your lover, it needs to be your safe space. That's why this is here. Okay? Ooh, yeah. This is supposed to be your safe space. So a partner that is mean to you, that is cold to you, that abuses you is not going to work. Even if that's how you get ahead in life, okay? You need a positive, optimistic, glass half full, light at the end of the tunnel person to support you romantically, okay? I'm not talking about your trainer. Like, if y'all, like, a lot of y'all are in fitness now, y'all got trainers. Some of y'all, I think I got like some military people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain types of career paths and things where it's like, no, somebody has to be on me. Well, not when it comes to love at all. So stop that when it comes to love, okay? Do what you gotta do with work and like your hobbies and your fitness and your health. Do whatever you have to do there. But when it comes to like intimacy with the partner, you need someone that is kind, okay? Let me see here. Yeah, exactly. I asked your love, what are you actually attracted to and compatible with when it comes to love languages? Optimism and expression. Okay, someone that makes romantic gestures with you, someone that's kind to you, okay? Y'all struggle with that. I don't mean to fuss, but y'all struggle with that. That's why I'm doing these readings. I do these readings even when I don't feel like doing these readings, because I look out for y'all. So let me get this last one and I'll get you some key advice. What else? When it comes to love languages, what's my pile one attracted to? When it comes to love languages, what's my pile number one actually compatible with when it comes to love languages? Someone that is optimistic, someone that is kind, okay? Because I got a snake and competitive energy on there, especially if that's just your life in general, okay? We gotta watch out. This is a warning message. Be aware of gossip, envy, and jealousy. Someone or something is trying to stand in the way of this connection. Okay. Someone that is protective over you. I got a bunch of stuff. That's why I took the deep side. The deep side wasn't about the person that's protective over you. This feels like a pile. All of this greatness on my table, on the lighter sense. You tend to Watch that. Stop dating people that are jealous of you. Especially when we talk about dating down, right? Like if you have a partner that's in competition with you, they don't want to see you do well, they don't want to see you outdo them. I see it more commonly with women and men, right? Like don't be dating, like if you're a very successful woman, like this is my most common instance of that. If you're a successful woman, stop dating men that see you as a threat. Stop dating men that are in competition with you. Okay? Like it's not gonna work. Also, because especially when we talk, I hate to say it on the table, one of the things, if you have a history of like doing that and there's a history of infidelity, that's why to one up you. Like you're the group of like you've dated partners that would abuse you to one up you just to be able to feel better. Like, yeah, look at me. Pile one thinks they're so high and mighty. And this is not just I'm off of the woman man concept. This could be men, women now. Like this is someone that would embarrass you, do something mean to you to humble you. Okay? Like, yeah, look at Power One. They think they're so special. Well, are they? Because look at me. Look what I did. Right? Like, so stop that. Don't be dating people that do that. You need someone that's protective of you because all of this aura on my table, I mean it in lingo sense. Look at me. I sound so old. I'm really not that old. But like I mean it when we talk about slang terminology, but I also mean it in a spiritual aura sense. You got a lot of people that are just naturally jealous of you anyway, so you need a partner that is friendly, that is kind, that is protective, okay? Like, here, I mean, I'm not familiar with the movie, but here she's like, who? Like she's like ready to go to war for him. It looks like in the image, okay? We got memories. Someone is walking down memory lane at this time. It's okay to reminisce about the past by looking at old photos or messages. Yes, someone that remembers things. Someone that you're talking. They remember. They're very sentimental, right? Like someone that again, optimistic, kind, okay, expressive. Someone that makes memories. Someone that remembers everything. Someone that celebrates your wins. They want to take all kinds of pictures. They want to throw the party for every little victory. They want to celebrate it. Okay. And again, someone that's I feel like I've gotten this before. Someone that's very sentimental, right? Like someone that would gift you like a photo album or something that means something versus it being nice. If that makes sense, that's what you need. A partner that is kind to you. Let me get this. Let me close you out because you are a very long pile. And I need to make sure I have time for everybody else. But you're so special. Look at you, my pile one. I don't mind. I don't prefer that you have these super long piles, but I don't mind. So let me get your advice. Remember what I said and sit with where you fall and genuinely sit with what I said where you fell, okay? Because these transits that are coming in, I'm serious. I say it again because this is a pile you definitely need it, and I'll say it in every pile if I need to. These transits that are coming. It's easy to lose touch with reality, what is and what isn't, and get lost in the illusions of all of this Pisces-based energy, okay? Especially since it's the North Node that is in Pisces. I don't want y'all lost in the sauce. So, sit with these messages. I'm excited for this reading. I'm excited to do it periodically because as you grow and evolve, what you're attracted to will also grow and evolve, okay? All right. And stop drinking so much coffee. All right, your advice. Number 2, remember where you came from. Remember where you came from. Remember like who you are. I'm hearing like Mufasa. Remember who you are. But really, remember where you came from. And it's okay to acknowledge where you came from without clinging to that. Because I realized with that message, and I got the itchy nose, so that's a confirmation for some of you. Remembering where you came from doesn't mean clinging there. Because if that's what you're doing, because some of you may not necessarily lack self-esteem or confidence, you're like super loyal to like where you came from. So like as you elevate, you're still dating people from then, if that makes sense, from before you reach certain accolades and things like that. And that's fine if those people have elevated themselves too. So example, you went to high school, you both went to like this certification program, because I won't use college. I don't want to alienate everybody that didn't go to school. Okay, you both went and did your trades. Okay, boom. 5 years later, you meet somebody from your town and it's like, oh, I didn't know you started this business. Hey, that's nice. Oh, you started a business too. Y'all both, that's where you came from, but they're not still there. If you're not still there, does that make sense? Like, it's just a perspective thing. I want to get out of this pile because I'm overstimulated by it. Like, it makes me feel real woo. And I feel like I don't make sense when I start channeling that free flowingly. I'm taking one for the team. I'm not gonna not post the reading, but you know, here you go. Find the little bits of connections to the energy of the universe. This is my universal power. Universe, a larger than life power. My very this is my power with a lot of potential. If you haven't achieved it yet, even if you haven't achieved it yet, because you on the shadow doesn't mean that you're not this, it just means you haven't achieved it yet. You have a lot of potential. It's the power of a lot of universal energy. So find the little bits of connection to the energy of the universe. Remember where you came from. That could be ancestral, that could be history, that could be where you were then versus where you are now. You need to ponder, okay? So that is all I have for you today. My pile number 1. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew. Readings like this are going to be exclusive to that Onyx key tier. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 2, my pink cream strawberry cupcake. Let's see who you're actually attracted to and compatible with in love. So for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson, in the journey. All right, I'm like straightening everything up. Some of you may like a straight and narrow type, or you may be confusing yourself for being attracted to such. Oh, we lost a card. We lost a card. So this is here. Sicknesses, health conditions, disease, mental illness. I'm going to throw that here because where did that come from? Everything's cleansed. So I just literally randomly stepped on it. There's nothing on the floor. So I don't even know how I missed the card not being in the deck. So we'll talk about that in a second since it's going to be critical to your pile apparently, as well as I mentioned in the intro briefly in a chaotic way since the energy for pile 1 was so heightened that it was hard for me to ground, but this pile is allowing me to ground, and I thank you for that. We talk about spiritual bypassing, spiritual psychosis, all of the things that are very common when we have critical Pisces transits like we do this year real time in 2025 if you're looking back, okay? I have a little bit of a write-up that I want to share with memberships that I may condense a little bit and share on the public side as well, because this is why we got this reading, right? There's a lot of concepts I mentioned in the intro. Some of the concepts that I've been working on. Of that way you guys can get good quality love readings that are fun, right? They're still fun, but they're honest, right? Like, because what are you actually attracted to? Like, what's going to benefit you? That's what I want to see. I mentioned also in the intro, I know I don't mean to make multiple intros, but this reading was so attention to detail, and I guess it makes sense since we're talking about compatibility. Your cupcake, all of the descriptions, there were so many descriptions. It's like everything in the descriptions for your cupcake was tea party, cocktail party, wedding. It was outside. Everything about that cupcake said outside. It was the only cupcake that had that many labels attached to it, that many descriptors of, oh, we outside, it's tea party, it's cocktail party, it's wedding, like everything about it, okay? So you're either really actually supposed to be attracted to people that are outside and social like that, or you may be unintentionally confusing yourself for someone that's attracted to people like that. We'll see, and I'll try to help you discern which end of the polarity you fall, okay? Now let me see this opposite of health. Okay, there's something about not being concerned about health. If you have a tendency to go for people, oh, you know what? If you work in the medical field, I see you. If you like therapists, I see you. If you trainers and nutritionists, I see you. You like to save people. You know, I associate this health card with the sixth house in astrology, which is, I always describe it as that mundane house. It's not sexy, nobody cares about it, but it's the house that keeps you alive. It's your routine, your structures, the work that gets your bills paid, the work that keeps your body moving, like your nutritional habits that stop you from falling over, right? Like that's what you need to be able to benefit in love, romance, your career, and all of the other stuff. Okay, so the problem with people that are house six dominant, you may be, doesn't mean that you are, or dominant Virgo placements, right? Could be that as well for some of you. You tend to be saviors. You tend to pick up works in progress, right? Like you tend to like projects. Stop that. Like if you want to fix people, right? And I'm talking, right? The Virgo that is like doing the readings and things like that. But I'm making sure you know, picking the strawberry cupcake, you are not supposed to be saving people. Okay, not saying not in your career, but stop. Like I think Pawan had an instance of like, okay, this is what I need to be successful in my career, so of course I would need a partner that's aligned with treating me that way. No, because that's your work, that's not your home, your love life, right? Like you don't need a partner that you need to make sure they're mentally stable. That's draining. A partner that you need to make sure they're eating right. That's not good. You don't need that. So let me, look, I'm so upset that I put everything back. I'm gonna have to do this. You have secret admirers on the table, and I did get a confirmation when I split of that hermit energy, which is associated with Virgo. Let me see if I can tuck that in. And I got vampire at the bottom, which is that draining energy. I've told you, like you typically find yourself in situations where romantic partners drain you in whatever sense. So what you need, people that are fun, right? Like if you got a person that's very introverted, that struggles with their mental health, that struggles with their physical health, and I would never tell you to abandon a partner that got sick or anything like that. I'm not saying that. Do not put those words in my mouth. I'm saying if you are single and actively dating, okay, don't be just going for people that you know you don't have the energy for. That's not going to benefit them either, because now you're frustrated. You're not a quality partner for them because you don't have the battery power to just keep dealing with it, right? Especially if you are already a medical professional in some sense. You go to work and deal with it. Now you got to come home and deal with it. Why are you doing that to yourself where you have a choice? I'm not saying if you have a partner that's trying to heal and things like that. I'm saying if you're actively finding projects, right? Like you know somebody's like down bad, like some of you meeting people in a down bad situation, right? You're meeting them in poor work environments. You're meeting them at the group therapy. You're meeting them at the recovery thing. You're meeting people that you know need help, and you're engaging them on a romantic level. They don't need romance, they need treatment. Okay? Stop that. That was a very specific message. You need to be cocktail party, tea party, weddings, okay? Social events. You got romantic love. This is what you need to be doing. That's why you got, I'm realizing that's why you got, I'm glad I stepped on that card. That's why you have romantic love here, and you have grounded base chakra, somebody that's grounded and rooted in their own sense. Someone that can be romantic to you as you're romantic to them, right? Like this is somebody you need to be able to go outside with and enjoy yourself. Now, somebody that's going to go outside and be grouchy, because I've been channeling that a lot lately as well, where some of you are really friendly and social, and you're dragging people like dates to places they don't like that. Stop that, okay? All right. Already aggressive. 7 minutes in. I'm like super aggressive with my strawberry cupcake. Okay. You need a friendly, outgoing partner if you are friendly and outgoing, okay? And if you know that you are not friendly and outgoing, why are you chasing people that are friendly and outgoing and trying to keep them inside? That's the dynamic. Okay, like you know you're not that social. You know you want to be inside. What's wrong with you? Why are you pursuing people that are the opposite of that? Right? That's the issue. I'm not being that friendly about it because I feel like it should be like it shouldn't be all this. Like I shouldn't have to tell you that. somebody's really aggressive. Spirit guide is also on the table, because I really don't feel that strongly about it. I feel like I would like you guys to not make decisions that would put you in situations you don't need to be in. But like, I promise I don't feel that as strongly about it as I sounded like I just did. I was shuffling and then I got a channel through. We got a divine feminine energy though. Okay. Look at you. I love it. So this is either you I'm gonna describe or what you're attracted to. And you're gonna be like, well, why are you describing me if you're telling me what I'm compatible with? Because if you are friendly and outgoing, you need to be meeting the people that are in those environments. Like, go be friendly and outgoing. Go to the tea parties, go to the what I said, cocktail parties, go to all of those events and meet someone that's at those events. That's where you're gonna meet the people you're compatible with, because they like to do what you like to do, which is good time. And listen, I'm from the state of good time. I am not, there's nothing wrong with that. We have a divine feminine energy here. The color pink is 100% a thing. 100% a thing, because you got the pink. Because I wasn't going to put pink cream strawberry cupcake. So backstory, I wasn't going to put pink on there, but it was in that description with all those descriptors. It was so detailed. It was so descriptive. It was so specific. Like, you might be the type of person, or maybe saying you need to date, which aligns with you, the type of person that is not going to say, I need a pink shirt. They're going to say what shade of pink they need. That's what you need to be dating. I don't care if I'm talking about, if you feel feminine and I'm talking like you need, if you are feminine here, yes, you want a man that's into fashion. You know, maybe not obsessively so, because I know sometimes y'all get wrapped up in your traditionals. You need someone that likes to look good, that likes to go out and do things. Okay? If you are masculine here, whatever you do, you need someone that is considered to be divine feminine in expression. So if you are an outgoing masculine selecting this pile, you need an outgoing feminine that matches that. Okay? If you are a masculine or feminine, for that matter, that pretends that, well, not pretends, don't pretend to be social. Like, you don't have to be social. Stay home. But date people that are staying home as well, right? Like, be completely honest about your social battery. There's nothing wrong with having a low tolerance for high energy stuff, right? High energy social events. Okay, so just stay home if that's what you prefer to do. But if you're dating people, make sure you're dating people that are aware that that's you and that that's what you're looking for in a partner. Okay, because my lighter, I don't want to say lighter because it's not a shadow. Okay, my extroverted side. Okay, look at us switching it up. Our extroverted side needs to be dating extroverted people. Our people with low social batteries need to be self-aware enough to know that you can't keep someone with a high social battery inside. Okay, that's where we are. That's what we're doing. We got remembrance here. Oh, and I didn't even read this. I just saw divine feminine. Okay, it says divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. And to piggyback off of that, regardless, masculine, feminine, you need someone that's in touch with that feminine side, someone that cares how they look, that cares how you look, that helps you look your best, that takes you places, that romances you. This is a pile that needs that. Like, you need dates, you need events, you need to look good, you need your hair done, you need, like, and this is not gender specific. This isn't even sexuality specific. Like, let's say I got a straight masculine, I got a straight feminine picking this pile. You need a masculine. Cares how he looks, cares how his hair looks, cares how he's going and interacting with people, very social, likes to party, knows the different shades, into fashion. That's what you need, okay? Whether you realize it or not, that's what you're actually attracted to and compatible with, okay? Because sometimes y'all get in these gender roles and really traditional, and I find like a lot of expressive feminines are like, no, I want a hard, cold, masculine. And that's not even compatible with you. And you're going to get on his nerves. Like, I'm seeing that a lot, because they usually have this low social battery. They're like simple things. They want to lay down and you in the way with all of your excitement. okay, regardless of gender, right? Because it could be a feminine, like a low energy feminine, like I'm not trying to be out all the time, like stay home. I get it, okay? Because I'm more of an ambivert. Like I can be outside and then I will like literally never leave for like a week. It just depends on what's going on with me. So it's funny. But we have remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and a body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. I don't mean to laugh at y'all, but I just see all of the conflicting personalities and I think it's hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. But it's okay because this reading is making sure, you know, like stop doing that. Stop doing that. And so now you're dating, you're like, some of y'all are laughing with me. You're like, yeah, you know what? That didn't make any sense. I don't know why I was dating this person that I know was never going to come to any of these events with me. Right. Tell me more about my pile. Number 2, a pink cream strawberry cupcake. There it goes. Sorry, y'all. It is a cloudy day. Tell me more about my pile number 2, please. We'll make some adjustments for pile 3 depending on what's going on. Oh, look at you. This is my bougie pile. Look at you. You know what? I can see that. That's why your cupcake. So I wasn't going to use this cupcake. I was going to use a different strawberry cupcake, but it kept like jumping in the way. Literally, like every time I tried to search for a different one, it just was the only one that would pop up in the way for no reason. That's because it had all those descriptors. It was SEO coded, and like you're like really specific like that, but you're bougie. And there's nothing wrong with that. Or if you're not bougie, ooh, that's the polarity. You're either bougie or you don't particularly like it's this weird dynamic, right? Some of you are attracted to bougie people, right? And like you don't really want to be, but you are. So like you think you're humble and you don't want to be attracted to bougie people. Yes, you are. It is what it is. Some of you think that you like bougie people. I find it more common in men. I think I picked on women or something in the beginning. I don't know. I find it more common with men where they're like, no, I like women that are like this, but really you like more humble, down to earth, inside women. Like you like you like the simple things. And while you think you like the end result of high maintenance people, you don't really like, you know what I'm saying? You don't really like it like that. You get what I'm saying? Because it's feeling like it frustrates you. Because I got a vibe of somebody that just doesn't like people they consider to be bougie, even if they're chasing that. I got that wave. And then I got the wave of people that are like in denial about the fact that maybe you might be a little bit bougie or that you just mesh better with a partner that's a little more high maintenance. Like some of you are actually attracted to people that would be a little more high maintenance, but like you're dating introverts, you're dating people that like the quote unquote simple things because you think they're humble and less work. But you're not humble and less work. I don't know. It's, you know what I'm trying to get at. Anyway, because the 5 of Pentacles in reverses, you're not trying to struggle with anybody. Like you're not trying to struggle with anybody. You need someone that's financially stable. You're not pinching pennies. You want to do nice things. Even if, you know, you don't spend a lot of money, you want to be able to if you had the choice. Does that make sense? Like you seem like the type of person that you don't necessarily have to spend a lot of money. Some of you do, because that attention to detail when it comes to like different shades of things is standing out to me. But even it just feels like you just need to know that you're stable. You're not going to struggle. It's not a thing. You're too social for that. Being outside costs money. It does. And that could be a conflict in connections with you if you know you're more on the top, if you know you're more on the bougie side. I'll call it that. Tell me more about this pink cream strawberry cupcake. Yeah, exactly. You had the root at the beginning here at the root chakra, grounded material possessions, And now you got the Ace of Pentacles. I think those are peaches. Really into skincare, really into like being physically attractive, okay? Because we got prosperity begins. Not struggling, only prosperity, okay? Especially if you know you don't struggle on your own financially. There's no reason to be engaging people that are struggling financially, okay? But I also get an instance of like somebody trying to keep up with a certain type that they can't maintain. Like if like it doesn't matter, masculine, feminine, man, woman, I don't care about your genders. I'm saying some of you pursue romantic interests that you know want to live a life that's a lot more expensive than you do, and that don't make sense at all, at all, at all, at all. Stop that, okay? So that's not compatible with you, obviously. But let me get this one more. Take the bottom. So you know your personality. If you're like super humble, right? Like you're not really materialistic. You just simple things, stay inside, whatever. You're being told, yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's nice. Yes, these people are attractive, but you know you're not compatible with them. So you pursue these people and you know you can't maintain it socially. Like you don't have the social battery to maintain the level of outside these people want to experience. You may not be willing, I won't say able, because I'm not gonna like act like you're, I don't know you guys' financial situation. You may not be willing to spend the kind of money on things that they're interested in because they like to be romanced, they like events, they like nice stuff. The right shade of pink, the right shade of blue matters to this person, these people that you are pursuing. So if you know you humble and you like simple things, you need to be dating people that are inside that like simple things. And if you think you're too good for those people, that's the problem. Like, I'm serious. That's the problem, okay? So when we talk about some of you, possibly low self-esteem, you're trying to be humble, but you're really bougie at your core. Like, you're trying to date lower, right? So you care about how you look, you care about the different shades of things, you care about being social. Stop dating people that don't care about any of that. Okay? I know a lot of what I'm saying today sounds like common sense, but it's the self-awareness part. Sometimes you don't realize certain things about yourself until someone says it. And I hate to say it, but a lot of y'all don't go to therapy, so like you don't have a therapist who's gonna tell you. But like, if you're watching these readings, like I'll let you know, because I like these topics. I think they're gonna be good for a lot of you watching the channel. You need a partner. So that side where you like the mundane, you like the simplicity, you like the simple things. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. Like, I can appreciate being outside in the country with the basics, right? Like, I can appreciate that. But I mean, it's as simple gets. So there's no more describing it beyond leave the people that don't appreciate that alone, right? Like, some people don't have the appreciation for the simplicity of life. Find the people that do. Where you know that you're trying to make people appreciate things that they don't care about, like what people would consider you to be a little bit excess or lavish, like whatever, it's pink, the shade of pink doesn't matter, the shade of blue doesn't matter. Why do we have to go to this thing? If you know that's what you're doing, stop. You need someone that's excited. Letter P could be relevant. Prosperity begins, passion ignited. You need someone that is passionate, someone that is romantic, someone that enjoys to wine and dine. That's what you need, okay? These are initiating energies. So if you want placements, the cardinal earth sign would be Capricorn. Cardinal fire sign would be Aries, right? Since we're talking about the first sign of a season, right? Here we go. Here we go. But someone that's passionate, someone that's prosperous, someone that's always looking for a new adventure, something new to do, right? Like someone that's going to be like, hey, they're about to open a new restaurant from a country we never heard of in town. We going. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what this pile seems to need. Boom. Constantly excited, constantly doing something new. Ace, ace, ace. 3 aces. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. Love begins. Someone that's always looking to spark the passion, always looking to do something new and romantic. Like this is someone that would surprise you. Like this is someone, like you need a type of partner that 10 years into a marriage, they still doing things like when they were first trying to get your attention. You get what I'm saying? Like this is someone that will still surprise you and like on a random Thursday. Like you're that personality because you care about those things. Okay? Let me see. We're getting there. We're wrapping it up soon. I say soon. No, we're not. I'm just now getting to the astrology decks. These piles are long because it's a new topic. It's a new topic. I can appreciate the length of a new topic, and you guys don't get these types of readings that often. So let me see. Tell me more about my pile number 2, my pink cream strawberry cupcake. Who are they actually attracted to and compatible with? House 12, spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. So House 12 is ruled by Pisces, and I think I said in the previous pile, it's like that Hollywood glamour-esque thing. It's like siren energy. So you need someone that's gonna keep the mystery, the passion of a connection, right? Like you need a creative spirit, right? Like I'm not saying analytical types are not going to work for you, but you need someone with a certain level of creativity. I feel like this is more my artistic, this is my pile of needing more artistic people. Okay, like still grounded and stable, but like a passionate spirit, a passionate creative heart. Okay, someone that's going to go into the weeds with you. Someone that if you say, hey, I need the right shade of blue, I need the right shade of pink, they're going to say, okay, well, how many? I didn't realize there were this many shades. Even if they're like, let's say they're not interested in it. They're going to look for you like, okay, well, I don't know. Like, give me the name. I don't see the difference. But if you need, this shade of pink, I'm going to go run and get this shade of pink. You know what I'm saying? Even if that's not their thing. Someone that's passionate enough about you and your interests that will at least play along, okay? Because it feels like a pile of not doing well enough, not doing well at finding people that will at least play along. Yeah, Pisces, intimacy, intuition, compassion. I'm a highly, highly intuitive and creative spirit. Look at you. Okay. Let me pull more. So on my most extroverted side, I'm looking, if you identify as more masculine, you need somebody that embodies the really beautiful, social, high maintenance, divine feminine. If you are considered to be feminine in expression, that I seem to be describing you, and if you lack the awareness of knowing that that's you, you need to understand that you need to be pursuing people, if you're attracted to people that are masculine nature, that appreciate that truly, that understand the maintenance of that. Like I understand that, because I keep using the word high maintenance, right? Hair, nails, all of that. Like you need to make sure that you're pursuing or engaging and entertaining people that appreciate all of that, okay? Because I can appreciate that, like, but you need to make sure, right? It's a compatibility thing. We have your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. Something about the number 1 is on my table because I got 3 times in the first quarter. Could be a relevant time frame. The south node, north node axis shifted first quarter of 2025. So I could be talking real time. Don't let your past hold you back, okay? So what's that? Someone that's willing to grow and evolve, that's not fixed in their personal experiences, in their history and their perspective. Someone that when you're challenging them, or if they feel challenged in any way, they move beyond it. And like, right, because this feels like a pile of, you need to make sure that you have a partner that's not going to like hold grudges and become vindictive, okay? Because Pisces house 12 could be hidden enemies energy, right? Like it's hidden enemies, hidden friends and allies. So you need a partner that's going to like support you even when you can't see, because the shadow side is a pile of you engaging people that secretly hate you. And I hate, like, whether it's jealousy or they resent you for not being able to keep up with you, you know, they resent you because they're worried you're going to leave them for somebody else. Like, this is a pile of you typically go for people and are attracted to people that are secretly, like, they hate, like, secret enemies, like hidden enemies, right? Like, so some of you are out here like dating your biggest ops. Look at that, vampire, draining. I saw at the beginning, draining of health. Yeah, if you go to if you're in memberships, go to that spirituality psychic attack reading. Not saying like you need a pile there, but I mean, it's possible. Some of you, because you got the health in reverse, you're engaging people that are diminishing your vitality, diminishing, right? Like, because if you like to keep up with yourself, right? Like, you get your hair and nails, all that done, you start dating this person, and now you can't do any of that anymore. Like, that's taking your vitality, that's taking your joy, because you were doing it when you were single, but now you're in a relationship. Me, the reader, yes, I am being personal. Like, this is not a channel. This is not a channel message. This is me talking to you as a person. I stand on, if I was doing X, Y, Z single, I wish I would stop doing it in a relationship. Like, if I could afford to do X, Y, and Z by myself, if I was like very into how I look by myself, I'm not gonna do less now that I've merged with somebody else. That's not me. I'm sorry, that's not me. So I don't judge people that compromise in connections. I'm not saying don't compromise. I always encourage a healthy compromise, but I don't think your partner should be trying to steal your joy. I don't think your partner should be asking you to change completely your personality. Because if they know you like to keep up with yourself and be social, then you should be able to keep up with yourself and be social. I'm not saying be out till 3 in the morning. I'm not saying be out clubbing. I'm not saying be out living as though you are single and not in a committed relationship. I'm just saying, if I was at events and I was like at cocktail parties, if I was looking good before you, I'm going to continue to do that with you. And you can come or you can stay home. Right? Yeah, my career. So yeah, that was just a moment for me. Like, don't listen to that like a channel message. That's just me, in my opinion. Because I just don't feel like you should, like, there's a difference between, oh, we're compromising and I have to be a whole different version of myself to where I'm unrecognizable. Like, I look different and everything now that I'm with you. That's not healthy, right? So tell me more about my pile number 2. And I'm not talking about maturity and outgrowing certain things. And I'm not talking about the difference between conducting yourself as a committed partner versus a single person. I'm not talking about that at all. I'm saying, like, if I was looking good and I was spending my money a certain way, single, and now we're in a connection, and I'm not saying, like, okay, I'm not saying people with poor spending habits. Like, if you're spending all your money and you get with somebody and they're like, maybe you should stop, that's somebody trying to hold you accountable. But I'm saying, if you were managing your money effectively single and you were looking good and you had enough money to do what you needed to do to save and look a certain way, and then you get with this partner and they're like, that's unnecessary money, and they try to get you to stop spending money looking good, and it's not a budget thing, like, it's no reason for that, that's not your partner, that's your op. I'm helping you. What's this? And they're telling you to walk away from that. Like, stay away from those types of connections, okay? Yeah, stay away from those types of connections that, like that, okay? Leaving, separation, endings, divorce. I'm going to leave it on the table. Just because it came out right when they were like, yeah, Onyx, you share with them like how you are as a real person. Let them see how real people behave. Everything doesn't need to be channeled. It's true. Everything doesn't need to be channeled. Sometimes I do step on the table to talk to y'all because I don't like it. Okay, so let me see. Tile number 2, pink cream strawberry cupcake. Who are you actually attracted to and compatible with in love? Someone that's going to actively grow with you. Walking away feels like someone that's constantly on a journey, constantly evolving, constantly looking to be better. Like, this is you in your coupling with whoever you end up with, and it's healthy. you're going to be the type of couple where in 10 years you may look totally different together, but in the best way. Like, look at how much they've grown together. Like, look at them back in this year, look at them in this decade later. They look amazing in each decade, but they're so different because they're growing and ascending together. Okay. And I don't mean that just in that extroverted side. I do mean that on that simple thing side, right? Like, it could possibly be a side where it's like, you know what, when we mature and retire, we're going to start us a little garden and do things like that. Like, I can appreciate the simple things. Okay. So I'm just making sure you all can find yourself in a certain thing. Okay. Let me see. Tell me more about pile number 2, please. We can close you out. Yeah. Chaos. Okay. You don't own me. Freedom, alignment, aerial finish. You do need a certain level of freedom as a partner. So if you have a partner that's very restrictive, it's not going to work, okay? Like, you need some level of independence from your partner, like your own life, own friends, things like that from your partner, okay? We got soulmate, destiny, connection, love, unconditional. Look, you got the compatibility card. They really want to stress compatibility to you in this pile. Like, think about compatibility, okay? And some of you, they're telling you to walk away to something that's more compatible if you are in something that's what I described in a worse sense. We got gold digger, which is a transactional relationship, superficial love, materialistic. If you're in something like that, that's not good. That's not good. We got this hidden enemy energy. If you are this extroverted personality, regardless of gender, your partner may perceive you as that, like your historical partners, because they can't keep up. And we got I choose them, third party player, indecisiveness, disloyal. I mentioned that hidden enemy energy of someone may not wanting you to look good and things like that because they're worried that you'll find someone you're more compatible with. That's your history with your partners on that more extroverted side. Okay. Because, like, if you're dating introverts, they're like, no, like pile 2 is gonna like go and try to find somebody else because that's what they're doing, because that's all they want to do is be outside. They only care about appearances. They don't care about the things that matter. Because I'm not gonna lie, some people on that simple life kick tend to be a little bit self-righteous. Like, they think they're better than other people because they're not materialistic. You got to watch that if you do like stuff, because there's nothing wrong with liking stuff. And I say this as a country girl that loves the simple things. Sometimes I want to just leave everything alone. I don't want to do all the extra. But there's nothing wrong with liking stuff and wanting to experience people, okay? So watch that, because especially the more extroverted side, the more introverted side tends to be a little more passive, and that aggression can be a little more dangerous because it's very much op energy, okay? All right. Really long piles today because I gave you a topic you've never had before. I'm so excited to keep doing more of these in the channel. So let me pull from here. And let me go back to that simple thing side, because I don't want y'all to feel like I don't like y'all. I really do. I genuinely do. Leave those extroverted people that like stuff alone. Because a lot of you are chasing what you know are people that have gold digger energy. It's not gender specific. You're chasing people you know don't want commitment or are looking for their next level up. Like, you're actively chasing people that are the shadow expression of my extroverted side of the pile. Like, you do that intentionally and then get mad when you get exactly what you were looking for. So stop, okay? So stop. And I say that, and that's not gender specific, right? Like, when we talk about vanity and materialism, like, you look for that and you know, and then you get mad. Stop. Tell me more. So what is actually compatible with you? Separation, sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you, uncertain future, poker face, taking a chance, risks, options, not showing hand, gambling. what is this on my table? I mean, I know what it is, but I'm trying to see how it applies to what you're compatible with. This is a clear stop dating those nonchalant types if you are on that extrovert side. If you know you're really passionate stuff, stop dating people that are not like that. What's wrong with you? Okay. And I say that because we got walking away and separations. It's a clear stop dating people that would perceive you as materialistic and things. If you know that you like stuff and whatever. Because I don't know what you do or don't do in a shadow sense. That's not the reading. The reading is you're dating people that perceive you at your worst because you may be a little bougie, you like nice things and whatnot. They resent you for it. Okay. And even when they're nonchalant, like you're dating people that secretly hate you on some level. And I know that sounds excessive the way that I'm wording it, but I have to say it that way because it's true. And some of you will only stop if I say it like that. Okay. So let me see. Stop dating people that would take a chance, a gamble regarding you. Like if people would gamble with you, and when I say gamble, I mean like would risk losing you, would risk upsetting you, like they don't care what they do or how they treat you because they feel like you're not going anywhere. I mean, I don't really know. I kind of got that vibe. Stop doing that, okay? You got addiction, codependent, obsession, restraint, possession, control, emotional block. You know what? I was talking about being possessive and controlling. You stop engaging people like that for sure. We got a poor health energy at the beginning of the pile, so watch that, okay? People that are putting you in a position where your health is poor, or dating people that are just naturally you're going to need to support in some way, you're going to need to save in some way. Stop that. So let me, what did I say in Power 1 when it came to these sets? When it comes to love language, tell me the love language. When it comes to my Power 2, my pink cream strawberry cupcake, what are they? Okay. Passion. I didn't even get the question out. Passion. You need a passionate partner. Passionate. The end. Whether the person's passionate about staying inside with you, passionate about the simple things, passionate about grass and gardening, passionate about animals, like passionate about the outdoors, or if this person is really like luxurious, like passionate about fashion and like high maintenance, you need someone that matches your passion. The end. Because it's all about the love language, okay? Tell me more about the love language that my Power number 2 is actually attracted to and compatible with in love. When it comes to love language, what is my Power number 2 actually attracted to and compatible with in love? Stable, passion, wedding, commitment, calling in your soulmate. You got soulmate multiple times here. It says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Someone that is as passionate as you, as soul merging with you as you are them. Like this is someone that you need, someone that's going to go in deeply, as intensely with you as you do with them. And to do that, to start, you have to be compatible in terms of your passion, right? Like your passions, you need some level of compatibility when it comes to passion, because that's going to fuel the connection and the stability of such, right? Like you need a committed partner that shares your passion, not somebody that's for anybody that's not sure what they want, okay? Because that's another thing that fell on my table. You start dating people that are clear about what they want, not figuring it out as they go with you, okay? All right. Because if you extroverted and you've been dating somebody that's real introverted, they don't know what they want. Because why are they engaging you to begin with? That doesn't make any sense. And flip it, right? Like if you're introverted and they're really extroverted, they have no idea who they are and what they want. Because why are they outside all the time knowing they want to be with you? See, I flipped it. I didn't make the introverts the villain. Like, why are they outside all the time knowing they want to be with you? That doesn't make any sense on either side. So let me see. Tell me more about the love language for my Power number 2. What are they actually compatible with and attracted to? The love languages, please. Patience and accountability. Someone needs to take accountability for their actions. It may be you, your partner, or both of you. Acknowledging the effect of your behaviors allows you to move forward. Love it. You need an accountable and patient partner. You know, this is an old traditional. Oh, you know what? These two came from different lives. Like he came from more humble beginnings. She came from a real bougie lifestyle. They ended up together and all the things. It was chaos and conflict, but because it's a different world, right? They came from different worlds. That was the whole plot. We're going to call it a day soon because it's really clouded due to the rain. It is getting a little later. Come on, help me out. Let me see. You could, oh, you know what's clear? That third party card, which actually is here. Date people that make you the priority. Please leave these people alone that are confused about whether or not they want to be single, because that slipped in your pile, okay? But a different world. They came from two different worlds. So being accountable there. But he was kind of like, I think he was military man in this one, because this is Carmen Jones. I can't remember the name of it, because sometimes I get the title conflicted with the Beyonce version from back in the day. But this is Dorothy Dandridge, and she played a harlot in this movie. She took this woman's man, and and he was like supposedly this like inside honest man, but like she was outside and he didn't know how to handle it. Like, and then he went broke, and then he didn't understand why she wasn't like staying with him, but like you knew what you were dealing with. That's what I'm getting. And I'm not like, I'm just saying what's on the table, okay? All right. You need someone that's going to be patient. You need someone that's going to be accountable with you, okay? Regardless of where you fall, regardless of your interest, regardless of your passion, regardless of your personality type, okay? And that's your love language. Just someone that's going to be patient with you, someone that's going to be accountable with you, someone that's going to be patient and holding you accountable. Let's see. This is your advice. Nobody said it was easy. I'm struggling. I'm going to call it a day, y'all. Oh, there it is. Nobody said it was easy. Well, nobody said it was easy. There's another one that's like, grab my finger, polish your crown. And that's number 44 too. So a master number, polish your crown. And then flirt with your inner wisdom. Another one. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to see if I can get it so you can see, because I'm struggling. My lighting's off. It's a bad day for this. You're in the, okay, so 1, 1, 1, 1. First quarter, okay? Flirt with your inner wisdom. Nobody said it was easy. Polish your crown. Some of you need to be told, wash your hair. I don't know why. Wash your hair. But also, keep your hair done. Like if that, like don't let somebody tell you can't get your hair done if that's a thing. Like I don't know why that specifically came through, but like polish your crown feels like if you get your hair done, if you get your makeup done, like don't let anybody stop you from doing that. Unless you're being frivolous with your money. Like if you're being frivolous with your money, you may have a partner that wants to hold you accountable a little bit. Or you may like, especially if you keep finding partners that's like, oh, you spend a lot of money on that. You sure that's good instead of saving? Maybe ease up. But like if somebody is like trying to stop you from doing what you know you're financially stable enough to do, you're not compatible, because that means they don't see the value in that. I mean, maybe they see the value in it because you look good and attracted them to you, but beyond that part, they don't see the value in it, because in their mind, it's feeling like they got you, so you don't need to keep doing that anymore. Even though you're probably doing that for yourself, not to catch somebody in a romantic sense, right? So nobody said it was easy. Polish your crown. Stay high maintenance if that's you. And find people that find value in that, okay? All right. We had a day, y'all. We had a day. That is all I have for you today. My pile number 2. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew. We're going to have a lot of readings like this that are exclusive to the Onyx Key tier. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 3, my purple rose cupcake. Let's see who you're actually attracted to and compatible with in love. So for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in lesson, in a journey. I'm excited about this pile because the energy that came through was very interesting. I'll say it like that. No shadow so far, just vibes, okay? I'll start with the way that I've done the other previous two piles and letting you know, like, if you skip the intro, these cupcakes were very loud even in me creating the thumbnail, right? And the symbolism and things. So something about the descriptions of each cupcake was relevant. I don't normally pay that much attention to it beyond looking to name it. So this was going to be a Mardi Gras themed thumbnail. It's relevant because your cupcake is the only one. There's another one that I won't mention that actually stayed. So like, hypothetically speaking, if I do a Mardi Gras themed one in the future, this would have been on that one, but I was like, no, we're gonna use this one now, which is why we have the purple. So you can look up Mardi Gras if that's not your culture, because I don't want to make this about that, and see, because all of the colors have variety of meanings in Mardi Gras, right? But I was intrigued by the fact that this is in fact a rose, a purple rose. So you may be connected to the Secret Admirer readings, which I filmed them, worked on them at the same time. But this one, so the description for this one was very specific. So I had a pile where it was vague, right? It was like, yep, this is the name, nothing else. And then there was one that had tons of descriptions of like what situations you'd find that cupcake in. This one was very, very specific, which makes sense because I stepped into a very clear energy with this pile, like a very clear, fresh, like no incense, no needing to cleanse. It's already clear. I like it's an all clear vibe. And the description is purple and white wedding. Boom, that's it. So like if someone had a purple and white wedding, oh, you in your right place, right space. If someone, like, if you're the type that's like, oh, I know what I want when I have a wedding, it's gonna be these colors, blah 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 blah, and that's what it is. Ooh, you're in your right place, right space, because it's that specific. Even if it's not to the T, something about a clear vision towards marriage, towards a wedding, and a vision of kind of what it would be like, and being on the same page with that is very important to you regarding the people you're actually attracted to and compatible with when you're looking for a connection, okay? Like it's that specific, like wedding, the type of wedding, the way the celebration occurs, like it feels cultural in some sense depending on who you are, like it's a thing, okay? Now, I cleanse your decks for the table. I kept seeing attraction. So like I have my Black Hollywood romance stars. All of the cards with the word attraction kept jumping out. I didn't even realize there were that many. And then I also, where is it here? I've got something about being on the same page is a big deal. Look, even the commitment card is at the bottom of your Melanin Pop reset. I kept seeing all of the cards with the roses out of every deck that I own. Like I didn't realize I had that many decks with that many associations to roses. So roses could be critical. You may be the type that's like, no, I want a partner that's going to send me roses. Things like that could be they could be a big deal to you, right? At the bottom here, I've got Miracle. Now, what I find very interesting is that it's purple, like your cupcake. So purple is like somebody's favorite color is purple here. I'm confirming something for you, or you may be connected to your crown chakra a lot more. Also, we talk about the number 3, and some of you pick your piles based on numbers, which good for you if you're into numerology and all of the things. But that's the third pile, and you have at the bottom of your reset Miracle, which is 33. So you're in your right place, right space here. So, and then at the bottom here, I've got the Magician, which is number 1, awareness. So the Magician talks about power, right? It talks about control. We have miracles here, right? the awareness of miracles, the awareness of like God, the universe, like maybe you need a spiritual connection. Something about someone that's very clear though, like knows what they want and is certain that they're looking for a relationship. I know I sound like I'm not really sure. It's not that. I had a lot that channeled through as soon as I sat down for this group, and I just wanted to make sure that I was precise, because something about this pile is like making sure you're precise in what you say and how you say it. I I think, let me get ready to just start pulling these cards, because something about this group, I feel like this is a pile that may be a little more mature, or maybe a bit of an old soul, possibly wise beyond your years, because the only thing I'm seeing when we talk about actually attracted to and compatible with, so far you're like, no, the before we talk about compatibility, before we talk about being attracted to, the main thing I need to know when I meet someone on a romantic level is, are you looking for a long-term commitment? Are you looking for marriage? Are you looking to be wed? Because that's priority number one for a lot of people selecting this pile. And if that's not what you feel right now, like if you're like, what are you talking about? I'm not looking to be married. I'm not looking for a long-term commitment. I think some of you may lack a little bit of self-awareness if that's not what you're looking for, or you're picking your wrong pile, because we're asking who you're actually attracted to versus what you think and chase and things like that. Right now, it seems like you're the type of person, you need monogamy. You need to know that your partner is your partner. You need to know that there is a wedding in pending. You need to know that there is a marriage that will be taken seriously. That's what all of that first 7 minutes of this is. Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I had a wave of anxiety and nervousness. That's what you were hearing. The uncertainty in my voice was me like, why am I nervous? Why am I uncomfortable? There was a certain level of discomfort. So if you find yourself, yeah, I'm channeling before cards. So listen, if you find yourself uncomfortable in relationships and connections and just dating in general, it's not that you're uncomfortable dating. I think it's the uncertainty of just dating in general and the way people date nowadays. Something about you, your personality type, and what you actually need, whether you're aware of it or not. You need the stability of one person. Okay? And I rarely say that because you know how I am about these love readings, but you're the type of person, I don't know what your history has been with romance. You need a stable connection. At the point of you find this reading, you need something stable. You need a partner you can rely on. I don't want to push on you like, oh, you need a partner, go chase and find anybody. But when the opportunity presents itself for something that works, I find that this group specifically is gonna feel a wave of relief and peace, because it seems like something about my pile threes, you need the stability of a partner, whether we're talking about right now or incoming, when the right partner steps in. Because please don't take the you need a partner that's stable and run and try to force connections and all the things. That's the opposite of what I said. Okay, let me start pulling your cards. I know it's 8 minutes in, 9 minutes in, but something about it. Okay, but that's why you have that miracle at the bottom of your deck. It's like when you find the right partner and you connect, right, it's gonna feel miraculous, because something about you, I don't know if you're like a loner, or if like it's been a while since you've been in a connection, or if you consistently date but it's all like short terms, like this person, that person, this person, that person. Like, I don't really know what it is that you've been doing on the romantic sense, but that's different. So let me see, tell me more about my pile three. Yeah, okay, healing and alchemy. You got two. I mean, I guess I won't fuss at you. I'll take the two, you know. This is a pile that's going to heal and transform in a connection. And that's kind of what you need. So I don't want to lead with any specific personality type, but I do like to use that loner example, or that example of never quite connecting, because there's two types of loners. Like, people don't really like want to hear it. It's like, and I know I'm very familiar with the different types. There's the loners that are like loners to themselves, don't go outside and things, but there's that other one that people overlook that I'm very familiar with. They're always social. They're talking to everybody. They're interacting with everybody. Lots of friends, tons of friends, quote unquote friends, but it's just a bunch of acquaintances. So like the person doesn't come across as a loner because they're very social, but they don't really let anyone get too close, if that makes sense. I feel like those two personality types are in this group, and even if that's not you directly, for some reason you're ending up in a pile with those types, because we got healing and alchemy, and something about the intimacy of romance, right, of romantic partnership is supposed to help you connect deeply with yourself and heal and alchemize. This might be my spiritual pile, or this may be just people with a lot of internal baggage, right? In the shadow sense, I say shadow, but I don't know. It just feels like something about, even in the lightest of sense for this pile, connecting with the right partner, right, is gonna make you feel a sense of stability and level of safeness that, and I know I'm not using the right words. It's fine. Just roll with it. That just unlocks you to like a next level of something. Like something about this pile feels like if you start connecting with the types of people you're actually attracted to, the certain level of stability that comes with that unlocks you. Because you see, like, I'm not making up cards. Healing and alchemy. Let's read them. Let's see. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. I mentioned the harmony that comes from the right compatibility, like what you're actually compatible with, feels like it's good for your health, like literally good for your health. I know I'm not making that up. It's a cloudy day. It's been a cloudy day. So just work with me, guys. I'm giving you all I got. We got alchemy, which says, let's find it. I wasn't prepared. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't adjust properly. I was like, let me just sit down and film. So this is my bad, but just work with me. I'll read it. I read it. I read it. Where is it? What does it say? Come on. There it is. The frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. Look at that word again. Miracles. Something about the right connection. And I know, what are you actually compatible with? Step one, make sure you're looking for something stable. And I don't want to judge anyone, and I don't want to, like, I'm not a therapist, so like if you need therapy, please find you one. Because I mentioned I got like people that are like, no, I don't need, I love being outside, I love dating, I love like the casual dating, I love like just being on dates with people and not having to commit. That seems like an internal thing, right? Subconscious thing, psychological thing, if you're on that end where you're like, no, I be dating and I love it. I don't feel like that's true for this group if you're truly picking this pile. So you need to unpack why you feel like you have issues with intimacy, because I'll call it that, because that's the closest phrase I know to connect with that behavior, that fear of intimacy, right? Making sure you keep people at arm's length when we talk about romance. Because again, it's the same exact behavior. It's the same exact energy, just it's manifesting differently in some of your behaviors. Like some of you are hyperactive in dating and socializing. Some of you are like hermits that don't go outside at all. But you're reacting to the same energy. That it's just your manifestation of it. So like that's what this is saying for this group. Okay. And by either hiding in hermit or being hyperactive and jumping from person to person, whether we're just talking about socially, whether we're talking about sensually, like it doesn't even have to be physical. It could truly just be, okay, I'm done talking to this person and I'll leave them alone. Let me talk to this person. I'm done. Like if you do that, it's an avoidance of connecting for real. And it's a lack of accountability a little bit, because if you do that, then you don't have to actually discern the people around you. You don't have to actually discern what would and wouldn't work in a relationship with you, right? Like you don't have to do the hard part of, oh, am I compatible? It's just, okay, well, I'm done. I won't engage at all, right? That's what I'm getting for this group. So I always encourage therapy for you guys where you feel like you may need it. We have a dynamic energy stepping in. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. I'm trying to see where we're going with this, guys, because I'm intrigued by the pile. Because I'm getting a lot of, okay, let's unpack all of the stuff that you're struggling with that's preventing you from finding what's compatible. But beyond the stability, that maybe we need to unpack the fact that you avoid the stability in and of itself of a connection before we get to what you're attracted to and compatible with. So I'll advise you guys to do that. Let's I'm gonna pull from the tarot next and those other decks because I don't want this to be super extensive. But if you're picking this pile and you're certain that you're a pile, the first thing I need you to do is unpack any issues with intimacy, issues connecting with people just in general, right? Whether it's an avoidance of connection completely or an avoidance of going deeper in connections, because that's the first step of you need a stable connection, but you don't seem to be open to that, whether it's an active avoidance or a subconscious avoidance. I be knowing what I'm talking about. Go talk to your therapist. That's not me, but we can talk about a lot of things here. Yeah, I'm knocking everything over because this deck is huge. And look, mental conflict was when I split the deck. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, I know what I'm talking. Hey, some of you, look at y'all picking different piles today. Some of y'all that normally pick two are here because that's why two jumped out. But the Two of Swords is one of avoidance. It's kind of like when you know you need to be doing something, but you're like, let me just keep putting it off, or let me act like I don't see that it needs to be done. If that's your personality type, then you're in your right place, right space. Tell me more about this purple cupcake. We got it. If you're new here, this is a spirit team driven channel. So like, I channel messages and I always ask the important questions, the fun questions, but whatever steps through that's critical for you definitely comes through, especially if it's relevant to the question, especially where your spirit team wants to lead you to more favorable conditions. All right, so tell me who my pile number 3 is actually attracted to and compatible with in love. We've got that message, and if they did not, they will rewatch that part. Okay, tell me more. My pile number 3, my purple rose cupcake. Who are they actually attracted to and compatible with in love? We'll take that because this is the most interesting thing that's ever happened, because I'm used to cards jumping out, I'm used to cards sliding over, but this card tried to run away from the deck. Like it almost tried to go even deeper into the deck. It tried to slip under and hit the floor to get away from me so that it wouldn't come out of the deck. So if you're very avoidant like that, like that's never happened before. That's why it felt so out of my hand I had to grab it. If you're avoidant like that, this is your pile, okay? And also, you might not like whatever that card says. Because I'm telling you, tried to like, it's like, no, like it, I don't know if you could see it on like, but it kind of hit it hit like one of these, like, let me just jump away from her so that she doesn't pull me out. So just brace yourself, okay? We got the 8 of Pentacles, positive movement forward. Well, if you're a pessimist, you need someone that's very positive and optimistic and moving forward for sure. But this is the 8 of Pentacles. 8 is the relevant number here somewhere. You are going to be best served with someone that's very grounded with a healthy work ethic, because 8 of Pentacles is someone that works, right? It's someone that not only works, they work very efficiently, very effectively. They're very talented, and they don't mind doing the work to support those talents because they're gonna be successful, right? Like this is someone that's, I mentioned the stability, like this person's going to be successful because they've combined a healthy work ethic with being naturally skilled. When you got both, it's no stopping you, right? And that's kind of what you are actually attracted to and compatible with. I want to make you aware that there's a shadow that's like being nudged that I don't really want to talk about, and I do feel it clearing in my heart space. So Like, yeah, healing. So just if you have issues, if you have self-esteem issues, if you have issues with, I'm like, bear with me as I interpret this, because I have not experienced this. I'm gonna be honest with you, in years. If you have issues with jealousy and things like that, and when I say jealousy, I don't mean jealousy of like a partner, like that's being inappropriate with someone else. I don't mean that. I mean like jealousy in terms of like being very competitive with people that may be a little more successful than you. That's something you need to clear a little bit, because it feels like you may have a little bit of an unconscious power dynamic-esque vibe where you don't like partners that may out hustle you, like that may do better than you. And that's okay, but it feels like you are actually attracted to those types of people, even though you're either intimidated or like get really competitive with those people. But it feels like that's your type for real. And like you may need to heal so that you don't self-sabotage in those types of connections. This is my first pile of not making poor decisions, but just self-sabotaging with their actual type. I didn't know that. Yeah, I knew that you were going to see something you didn't want to see. Also, this is a pile of you are most compatible with people that help motivate you to be the same way. If you are not 100% in terms of like your work ethic and your accountability, even though this is your actual type, you would again self-sabotage and react really poorly to this type of person. So let me keep pulling these cards. And also this talks about the work that's required in a stable connection. So if you avoid connections because you don't want to have to compromise with somebody, or if you jump from person to person when things get rough or when things get serious because you don't want the discipline required to maintain a healthy connection. Because notice the two personalities I mentioned, even if you don't consider yourself to be those, they avoid connections because connections require maintenance. All relationships require maintenance. Friendships, family, romance. If you don't know how to maintain relationships, this is your pile. Because if it's like, oh no, this is hard, this is too much work, this is too much effort, that's not going to benefit you if you're looking for love. I got movement, choices, decisions, the juggling of pentacles. We got 2. Grounded, stable, heavy earth energy. Let me slide all of this. That's good enough. We can see these decks are a lot larger, so bear with me. So we got positive movement, forward movement, choices, decisions, movement on my table 2 times. I think I was already channeling like, because I channeled a lot of symbols. I was channeling like the letter M lately, in this pile, because I saw the Magician card came out, the Miracles card came out, and I got movement 2 times, okay? But something about movement and motion, okay? So let me see what that's all about. What's my pile 3 actually attracted to and compatible with in love? Because this is a pile that it's a little bit confusing. Who are they actually attracted to and compatible with in love? It's not confusing. I was caught off guard with the, okay, let's unpack this other stuff first. Purple, crown chakra. Didn't I mention that at the beginning of your reading? I don't really need the cards. This, especially since this is a primarily channeled energy. I got the death and the crown chakra. Okay, transformational, but just let's do this. There you go. Perfect. All right, transformation and alchemy, same vibe. Okay. Some of you, by having a stable, grounded partner, it will alchemize you in grounding and becoming a lot more stable yourself, like a little more self-aware yourself. Like this is a pile of learning self-awareness through your relationships, both romantic and otherwise. Oh, I love it. I'm connecting what's going on here. There's a phrase that basically says you can only do so much healing and growing and evolving in private as an individual because we're creatures that need community. We are creatures that need connection. This is a power that really needs to understand, like, you can only ascend so far alone. You need other people, specifically a romantic partner at some point. And when I say at some point, I mean, like, those of you that avoid, like, it wouldn't hurt you to find someone you're compatible with. Those of you that jump all over, it wouldn't hurt you to stabilize somewhere for a little bit longer than you do, a lot of bit longer than you normally do. Because something about that, this pile, this is what it is. It's like the self-awareness of having someone that deals with you consistently, the self-awareness that comes from having someone actually know you on a deep level, because no one's ever going to really know you as deeply as the intimacy of a partner that's consistently with you like that. I guess beyond your parents, but it's still different, right? It's a different dynamic. So something about finding a connection with someone you're actually attracted to and compatible with elevates you, again, health, healing, just life wise, because now you got somebody that's like, okay, listen, pal 3, this thing that you're doing completely contradicts what you say you want, right? And even if they don't say it in a mean way, or even if they do, you still have to sit with it, right? Or someone that supports you, because you can't do everything by yourself. So a part of having a partner is, supporting each other. Someone helps you with something that maybe you don't have the time to do. Just something about that shared energy feels like that's what you need. And I don't know that you're realizing that's what you need. So we've gone beyond compatibility. Okay, let me see what's at the bottom. The 6 of Cups, memories of love. All right. Let me see my pile number 3. Talks about the past. So some of you, this is a pile. I reference a heavy wedding. We could be reflecting on the past. So a different subset did step in. Maybe this is my divorced group of, like, trying to figure out where you go beyond, what you used to have in a connection. So, like, if any of the piles today are someone that's divorced, this is that pile. Some of you may be divorced, okay? Or had a long-term connection that ended, and now you're like, where do I go from here? Right? Because if that didn't work out, how do I make sure the next one works out? Well, figuring this part out, which makes sense that you would pick this reading. This is 100% my reading for those people, okay? I love that you found your place, your space. Let's unpack this here first, and let me pull. I got a few more decks. We should be good to go. These are really long piles today, but you know what? This is our first time doing this reading, so I don't mind. This is our first time ever doing this reading. So, Purple Rose Cupcake, who are you actually attracted to and compatible with in love? Give me the qualities. We know the circumstances, we know the situations, we know the why, we know what our pile 3 needs to prioritize, but let's see who you're actually attracted to and compatible with. I want you to make sure you prioritize the first however long of this reading up to this point, because it took over the reading, because it's critical to the question we're asking today. Like, the question we're asking today doesn't matter if you don't address all of that, okay? Tell me. My pile number 3, my Purple Rose Cupcake. Who you're actually attracted to and compatible with. Some more purple. We got the new moon in Scorpio. There's some Scorpio energy here on my table. So we got work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. Fear of intimacy. You just need to work past that, okay? Like, they're not letting up on the fear of intimacy. The issues with intimacy. It's not letting up. Scorpio here. More purple, crown chakra, connecting with your higher self. The self-awareness thing is a huge deal for this pile, okay? Huge deal. Also, now, when we talk about the qualities, this feels like a person that will inherit great things from a partner. I know when I say inherit, it sounds like final, but while there is a minute group of you here where it may not be divorce, it may be like widow, a widower. When we talk about inheritances, we talk about support, right? So Scorpio, Taurus axis. Taurus is 2nd house, right? Scorpio is 8th house. To help you understand that the 2nd house rules your money, your assets. The 8th house rules other people's money, other people's assets. And when we talk about assets, assets can be health. It can be anything of value to you or what they value, right? Regardless of how other people feel about it. An asset is an asset to you, right? With the sign that rules other people's assets, you are a person that is actually attracted to people that will uplift you, support you, and elevate you in some way, whether you're intimidated by them or not. But like, you need a partner that can help support you and elevate you in some way. Okay, like this is that pile. Like this is like, I know like that people are like, that doesn't sound right. Yes, it does, because this is a pile. Like initially it may seem off, like, okay, well, I need a partner that uplifts me. How does it benefit them? Something about you, pile 3, unlocking you benefits whatever you end up with. Because this is my pile of 1 connection, because that's why it's like, what does it say? Hold on, let me scroll. Purple white wedding, boom. There's a specific connection at some point that will unlock you. There's like, this person's gonna unlock you, and in unlocking you, it becomes a mutually beneficial connection. Okay, because this isn't a pile that needs to be dating all over the place. Like, this is like, oh no, we're not talking about being compatible. We're talking about like, there's a specific type of connection that needs to unlock you. All right, well, yeah, more purple. New moon eclipse. We have eclipses in 2025. If you're watching it real time with us, do some crown chakra work. Okay, if you work with the chakras, you may need some crown chakra work. Okay. You know what? I have crown chakra incense. Let me help you out. Let me help you out. Look at that. We didn't need incense, but I'm gonna help you out. Let's go. I don't care if it's long, it's fine. I haven't talked to y'all in so long. I feel a little bit guilty. I'm like, ooh, I told them memberships wasn't gonna stop them, but it was chaos and conflict in the memberships, y'all. So in the ones in the memberships, no. Bear with me while I get you going. Everybody's getting high quality messages though. That's the most important thing, is that you're all getting high quality messages versus just a video for the sake of a video, right? Working through your fears will help you experience powerful change in a most miraculous way, like the first card that you had at your reset, okay? Do that crown chakra work. I'm helping you. But pay attention to those eclipses, okay? So the first new moon eclipse, it may be Pisces, it might be Aries. Please don't hold me. You can look up the transits for this year. I will try to put them in the description box, because I already have like a little paragraph that I can copy and paste from another reading, okay? That way you know what's going on. So check the description box so you know what's going on. Let me see here. And I know it's long, but if you genuinely want a reading, and you're like, oh, I'm not booking a personal reading, I can't book a personal reading, like, this is why I do these readings, so that you can get what you need. But you have to truly sit with it, and you have to truly listen to it, okay? So tell me, here we go, cardinal energy. You know what, let me check, because it may actually, something about cardinal energy. Real time for us, that's going to be spring, okay? Let me see. Okay, but anyway, cardinal signs: Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. Okay, I was hesitating because like I was trying to do a lot at the same time, and I spaced, I'm not gonna lie. So let me slide you up so we can still see the words here. Cardinal energy. This is exactly what I talked about though when I mentioned the compatibility and the types of partner you need. You need someone to get you going. So maybe your next partner will have cardinal placements in some way. Like, it could be someone that has a dominant Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn energy, because they're that spark. And if that's not them, and if you're like, that's me, well, I think maybe that's the thing. right? If you're heavy cardinal in nature, right? Like if that's your dominant energy in your chart and you don't have enough, you know, like earth to stabilize it and things like that, it doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. But I find that people like this have difficulties grounding. It's someone that would have a really exciting idea, right? And I'm not saying all of you. This is me reading the table. Like it's someone that would have a really exciting idea, but it doesn't necessarily ground. Like they don't have the discipline to like stick with it. Like this is someone that would be like, oh yeah, I'm going to the gym, New Year's resolution. And then by February, they're like, oh, I don't have time for the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like if it fizzles out very quickly. And this could be the way you lose interest in romantic partners, right? It could be that as well. Like as soon as it's not exciting anymore, you lose interest. That's something you have to unpack with the therapist. Okay. I'm trying to see this eclipse. What does it say? What does it say? Because it seems to be important to your reading. Hey, I know what I'm talking about. Listen, your table is really helping you. So I was like, I don't know if it's going to be in Pisces or Aries, because I knew that it was around that time. There's a partial solar eclipse, March 29th, 2025. If you're watching real time, even if you're looking back with us, something about that eclipse is going to be a big deal because I mentioned, and then Scorpio is technically like a connected to Aries energy because before discovery of Pluto, Scorpio was also ruled by Mars. Okay, so Aries energy, new moon eclipse, something about this new moon eclipse in Aries on that day is going to be something. And Capricorn placements are relevant as well. We got the Lord of that sign. Okay, we got Saturn. So feeling restricted, experiencing struggle, learn hard work and patience. My issues with intimacy. It's also a pile that struggles with commitment in and of itself. That's why that's why your cupcake was like, oh no, we're gonna make sure they know commitment is a thing. Like issues with intimacy, issues with commitment seems to be a thing for this pile, whether you realize it or not, okay? Whether you realize it or not. Because this is a pile of being unlocked by commitment, being unlocked by dedication. And if you pay attention to the table, this is bigger than just, oh, relationships. Like this is, you do it, I'm telling you here, this is your life. Like you unlock a lot of areas of life just in general beyond the partner, because it feels like some of you are kind of lacking the discipline on your own to kind of get yourself going. So the community, right? Like family, friends, the right friends, the right partner ground you enough to unlock you to become the best version of you. I love it for you. And that is what community and connection is for, by the way. Like, we're not meant to be isolated creatures. So let me get back to where I was, okay? And then we can talk about it. But again, issues with intimacy and commitment. Yeah, commitment, exactly. I did show you this earlier. You need someone that's going to commit to you, that you're not going to be able to chase off. And if you're the type to chase people off, stop that, because that is self-sabotage. It's self-sabotage. Like who you're compatible with doesn't even matter if you're going to behave that way. That's why your pile took the turn that it did, okay? So tell me, my pile number 3, my purple rose cupcake, who you actually attracted to and compatible with. Who is this pile actually attracted to and compatible with? Somebody that gets you going, someone that's not as afraid, someone that isn't afraid of hard times, someone that alchemizes, someone that is not afraid of shadow work, that is not afraid of your shadow side, someone that will go to the deepest, darkest crevices of your personality and still not run. Look at you. We got show you off. Proud, trophy wife, accomplishments, status. You know, someone that's going to take great pride in you in all of your facets, right? What I have here, what I like here, I like the trophy wife essence, right? And it's not gender specific, but here it kind of doubles back on what I'm saying. Someone's got something coming, somebody's got a package coming, okay? What I have here is someone that accomplishes through a connection. Like something about a connection is going to elevate you. It is not gender specific. Like if you're masculine in nature, you're like, I am masculine, I am boy, whatever your thing is. Because if you're on that first end of that spectrum, it doesn't matter. The type of feminine you connect yourself to on a romantic level matters, okay? It truly matters, and it's going to be critical to your journey because you need the stability of someone you can rely on. I don't know what your life is like. I don't know your personalities beyond what I see on the table, but that's what's coming through, okay? So let me get more. Well, I put this upside down. That's me. That's me. But I'm gonna leave it here because your reading's a little long, and this kind of ties in with what I just said, literally, right? We got strong, entrepreneur, boss, leader, mature, empowerment. And again, you can flop these genders. You can flop these genders. You don't even have to flop the genders, because you can just say you become more powerful of a person, a more successful person, as you connect with someone that's already on that journey as well. So let's say you don't have all of the baggage of the shadow side of this pile. If you feel like you're pretty grounded, you're pretty stable, you work really well, just in general, making sure that you connect with people that align with your current behaviors is going to benefit you further. Like, what are you compatible with? People just like you. Right? Like if you're not on that side where you kind of actively avoid and things like that, like where you're like, fine, you're just trying to figure out, or you're trying to confirm, I am marriage minded, I'm long-term relationship minded, I'm grounded, I'm stable, so what should I be looking for? Somebody just like you, right? That's what you need. But all of you that with all of this other stuff to unpack, keep in mind that that's what I'm seeing for you. And this is my first pile where I'm saying, like, making sure you connect with the right type of partner that is grounded and disciplined will unlock yours. Now, don't take this reading, run and say, oh yeah, let me just keep being how I am. I lack accountability, I lack discipline, but that's fine because Onyx said I'm going to meet somebody that makes me better. That's so sabotage. That's not what I said. Okay? So let me wrap you up. I'm going to get ready to wrap you up. Let me get here. What is this reversal? We got Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, growth, changed mind, rise from the ashes. Not your exes, not anybody that you've dealt with before. It's time for a new cycle for you. Do not go back, right? Like whoever you used to deal with, like especially those of you that are like hyperactive when it comes to like dating and romance and just being social, leave the past in the past. Yeah, memories of love. Leave the past in the past. Let it stay a memory. Work on yourself and the things we talked about at the beginning of this reading, because it feels like you self-sabotage with your actual type. And I don't say that in a sense of like other piles. Basically, there were other piles that were chasing people that were not their type. Okay, some of you here are still doing that, and I did confirm that for you, but this is a pile that has direct access to their type and just self-sabotages, like just actively self-sabotages. Like this is my pile that would have possibly had 3-4 opportunities to be with literally their type, the type of person they're compatible with, fumble each time. So it's over with. Leave the past where it is, move on, and be better and heal and work on yourself as best you can so that you can find that connection that really is going to work for you and not fumble it this time, right? Soulmates, soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. So again, your key themes: accountability, discipline. I've been saying it all 2025 so far. Accountability, discipline, as well as dealing with your issues of intimacy, right? Dealing with your issues of maintaining something, right? The maintenance of things, relationships, projects, all of the things. Discipline. I don't know why I keep saying discipline, but having the patience to compromise, as well as being able to maintain the longevity of a connection. Okay, that's what I said. So let me take this bottom. I got partying, time with friends, having fun, happily single, living in the moment. This will be how you encounter, right, your match, right, your partner. Because this is not a pile that needs to know your type. If you did, I've described it to you, and you need to unpack why you've unconsciously been avoiding your type if you have been. But for the most part, this is a pile that's just been actively dealing with their type and just self-sabotages each time. I realize it hit me towards the end. So I mean, it is what it is. Figure out what you need to do. Do what I said, and you'll be fine, okay? Express your love is here. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So I'm going to leave that there. And then I have playfulness to recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Commitment and being stable and reliable and consistent doesn't mean that there's a lack of romance and fun. Some of you like new shiny things all the time, and it's not just your relationships, right? Because Phoenix is a new cycle, new person. It's becoming hard, it's becoming work. Let me leave this person alone. Oh, this person shiny and new. Stop that if that's you, because I had a direct message for some of you that do that. That's self-sabotage. All right, let me get this last one. It's pretty long. This is pretty long, but it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, because I am kind of rushing y'all towards the end, because I got the message. Tell me from my pile 3. Tell me what we need to know about. I'm gonna do what I did in the previous 2 piles. I completely spaced and didn't do it because your pile danced around the actual question. So who's my pile 3 actually attracted to and compatible with in love when it comes to actual love language? It's funny because I actually accidentally the answer is actually still here. Someone that you're gonna have fun with, that keeps it interesting so that you don't get bored. Because those of you that are like hyperactive like that, just keep the spark in the same relationship. Like, I don't know, do the weird foreplay stuff. I don't want to make this 18 plus reading, like pretend you're different people if it really takes all that. Like, I don't know, but you got to figure out a way to keep a spark with a stable person. Give me a minute. I dropped some cards. I saw Divine Union, Final Shot. Self-love is in reverse, which that makes sense with the energy of this pile, because the level of self-sabotage I'm seeing here would be needing some inner work, because it is a lack of self-love. Because to deny yourself a healthy connection, that's not self-love. Okay, so give me the love language associated with my pile number 3, what they're actually attracted to and compatible with, please, and incoming inner fears. As you face your inner fears, you recognize what is holding you back from attracting a healthy and loving relationship with others and yourself. Dramatic pause. I'm going to put this on the table, take the bottom, and get your advice and leave you alone. What did I tell you at the very beginning of your pile? Stability, security, right? What is yours will always be yours. This love is secured by the divine. You need a stable, secure connection, even if you're afraid of it, even if you avoid it, whatever that is. Let me get your advice. Wrap you up. You know, at the bottom here, we have, I am standing fiercely by your side. That's the type of partner you need, actually. But in order for you to be ready for that type of, this is a pile of needing to know, like, this is the type of partner you need. You may have had access to this at least 1 or 2 times already. You tend to self-sabotage. As you have a partner that does this, you have to reciprocate it, okay? So give me my pile number. Okay, there we go. Love yourself in all of your phases. Yeah, love yourself in all of your phases. Flirt with your inner wisdom. Yeah, so flirt with your inner wisdom. Love yourself in all of your phases. You have to connect with yourself and figure out your behavior and your patterns and things like that, so that you don't keep self-sabotaging. Because I'm going to say it again. The dominant energy on my table, regardless of how you feel about where you fall, is you've already had access to what you're actually attracted to and compatible with. You're very good at knowing what you're actually attracted to and compatible with, for the most part, right? But when you get it, you self-sabotage because you're not aligning with that energy appropriately. Okay? So that is all I have for you today. My pile number 3. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join the crew. We've got so many exclusive messages on the Onyx key tier. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 4, my yellow mango and green pistachio cupcake. let's see who you're actually attracted to and compatible with in love. So, for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey. And there's a lot of interesting things about this particular cupcake because I mentioned in the intro, and in each pile, every cupcake kind of had a story, had like descriptions associated with it. So, in me finding this one, it was when I was gonna make this thumbnail Mardi Gras themed. So maybe you're gonna be called to that Mardi Gras reading that's coming, and then there's a lot of other readings that you may be interested in as well on the channel. So you're definitely in your right place, right space. So yellow and green. Now I know it's not the right shade of green, but in terms of Mardi Gras, look that up and what those colors mean for you if you pick that. But again, I only picked that cupcake because I thought I was gonna do the Mardi Gras theme, and it wasn't until I really went into the image and saw what it was associated with that I was like, the people picking this are gonna have other readings on the channel. So there is mango on the channel. There's several pistachio associated piles on the channel, both in memberships and public. So go there. You can start with the dream readings because I feel like those are the only ones that are public. But if you are open to memberships, if that's something that's on your mind and you're feeling called to join us, do. If not, I promise you, no pressure. Only come to memberships if you feel called to memberships, because it doesn't make any sense to do something that's not going to resonate, right? Now, along with the yellow mango, green pistachio description, the word avocado was thrown in there as well. So if you're looking for mango, pistachio, avocado in any sense, I put that in the description box. That's why you're here. That's your cupcake. If you're on a health kick and you're looking for like maybe a vegan cupcake or like anything like that, if that's your thing, you're in your right place, right space. Now I'm gonna lead with go to the dream readings, because I know for a fact those ones are public. Those ones are public, okay? So something about your dreams are going to be related to this pile for all of you, especially if you're new. It's looking like you're going to be compatible with someone, most compatible with someone that is very cognizant of health, just in general, right? Health, nutrition, they like real, possibly organic foods, like diet really matters to this person, right? Like this is going to be someone that's particular in that way, for sure. And I say someone, but that's your type, whether you realize it or not, right? Because I'm looking to see what you're actually attracted to and compatible with, right? And in me describing that, it's going to be where you're actually happy versus where you think you're going to be happy. So healthy people that care about their health and yours, that's where you're going to be happy. I'm already leading with that. So let me just jump in here. You're going to be very vocal about it. I just saw the throat chakra. So tell me more. Who's my pile 4 actually attracted to and compatible with in love? Give me an overview for my pile number 4. Who are they actually attracted to and compatible with in love? You know, this one's really loud. Compassion. So the frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow through from source, through our heart, and into the world. Okay, you need a very compassionate partner. You need someone that, like, this is possibly the type of personality that would be health conscious for spiritual reasons, out of concern for like the planet, and even if it's not that deep, just their personality is probably because they're so healthy. If they're really that concerned that they would eat like a sphere, like even when they're having sweets, they want to make sure that it's as healthy as possible. So they're grounded. They have a lot of patience and understanding. That's what you need. Someone that's going to be compassionate, of you and other people, right? It mentions without judgment. You need a partner that's not going to be hypercritical and judgmental towards you. Okay? Like someone that's going to stand by you again without judgment, and someone that's a very good mediator, right? So this is someone that de-escalates situations very well. Like you'll seldom find this personality type in an actual argument because they're very good at de-escalation. Okay, so that's what you need in a partner. That's what you're most compatible with. Okay, and I'll lead with this since it slipped into one of the piles. If you are opposite of that, work on that, because if you know that's what you're attracted to and you're the opposite of that, be cognizant of possibly self-sabotaging your type. Because, ooh, I need water. I'm talking too much. Ooh, I am talking way too much. Ooh, my throat just started to scratch when I said that. I upset somebody. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, y'all gonna have to get over it. My throat felt like sometimes when you eat something that's really dry and like you can feel the crumbs like going down your throat, like scratching your throat. That's what I felt when I said that. Don't be self-sabotaging and then get mad at me because I say it in the reading where I'm starting to see. Because some of you, I feel like there's at least a handful of you that picked this pile, that want to be able to be like, yeah, your type is the opposite of what you've been chasing. But I'm confirming that no, you like what you like. You just don't know how to handle it. Ooh, you gotta sit with that. But this is a pile of you need someone that's gentle, that's kind, that's compassionate, right? So if you want someone that's aggressive, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. We got divine feminine here. Frequency of divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. Your type is going to be someone that's very connected to their sensitive, feminine side. I'm hearing that 90s song Sensitivity. So shout out to my feminines. That's what you need, okay? And those of you that are a little more masculine nature, you need someone that is traditionally feminine, right? And when I say that, I don't mean like external stereotypes. I don't mean like behaviors, right? Like, you know, like someone can still be traditionally feminine and then be in like a male dominated field. They could still be in like very active physically. I'm not saying this is a person that's not in tune with their active masculine principle. I'm saying this is someone that embodies a very receptive, compassionate edge in their romantic connections. Like someone that's going to be gentle with you, right? Some of you don't seem to understand that. All right, tell me more about my pile number 4. My mango, pistachio, avocado associated cupcake. I'm just gonna start calling you the vegan cupcake. Nah, I'm gonna call you what you are. So what's my pistachio mango cupcake actually attracted to and compatible with in love? Got the number 12, sacrifice. This is the hanged man. If you are attracted to people that are masculine in nature, or if you are attracted to men, even just in general, this would be someone that's not gonna argue with you. Like you're attracted to personality types that are not going to argue with you. Now, if you are the type that are like, if you're hyper aggressive and you like to pick arguments, that's self-sabotage. Because if I'm telling you you're actually attracted to your actual type, it's not going to benefit you if you run them off, if you like chaotic and all of the things, right? Like it's actually, I feel like these are going to be the people selecting piles that have the most difficulty today and here on out from the messages. Is some people just literally lack the discernment of their type. Like they don't know. So there's people picking this pile that's like, oh, I didn't realize that was my type at all. You're telling me to give it a try. Let me do that. Maybe like, yeah, maybe I'm soft and I thought that I needed to be with people that are hard. Let me try dating other soft people. And they're going to be fine because they'll realize like, oh, I've been messing up. I should have been did this years ago. But like those of you where you're literally conscious, like this is your type, you know this, you're self-sabotaging. And step 1 is stop doing that. so that you don't compromise further opportunities for relationships. That's why it's a little more difficult for you. You got to unpack why you do that. Okay. But this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing some like a hangman is surrendering. It's giving it to God. It's someone that's not going to overreact. It's someone that's very calm. Okay. In some instances, it's someone that can be a little bit passive depending on the circumstances. So tell me more about like pile number 4. What are they actually compatible with and attracted to and love? Pistachio, mango, cupcake. Give us more about what they're actually attracted to. No. Some of y'all might not be ready for this message. Let me see what's going on. Tell me more about my pile number 4. Here we go. Got the 8 of Cups, emotional withdrawal. That's way too many. Oh, okay. I see what this is. So I mentioned a group of you where you know your type and you run them off because maybe you're a little aggressive, right? And they're a little more on the gentler side. I mentioned some of you not realizing that you're attracted to people that are a little more gentle in nature and compassionate in nature. Like you like people that are more aggressive, right? Or more direct. There's a side of you that slipped in. You think that you're attracted to people that are detached and you are not. Okay. So I'm glad that you stepped in prominently just now. I'm not taking all those cards though, but I'm glad you stepped in so I can help you really quick. I'm seeing number 12. Like it's 12 minutes, 12 minutes, 12 seconds of your pile. So that may be relevant for you, especially since I have that hangman. Some of you think that you're attracted to people that are detached in nature because you confuse that for people that are easygoing, but that's not what you want. You need someone that's calm but still passionate. Like you need to be pursuing people that are very openly, very clearly interested in you, even if they do so quietly. Does that make sense? There's no confusing someone that's a little just quiet nature's affection compared to someone that's detached. Like if you put them side by side, you can see the difference, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it looks like a phantom until one pulls up. That's your trouble with discernment. So if you start like paying attention, if someone's just detached with you, you're confusing that detachment with just being possibly shy, possibly just quiet and reserved. That's what you're doing. But like once you get your hands on somebody that's like genuinely just reserved, but like still really passionate towards you, because like people that are quiet and like they're not gonna argue with you, they're gonna be very like it's gonna be the attention to detail. It's gonna be how the person treats you. It's gonna be how the person checks up on you. They listen to what you say. I had both 2 major arcana cards slip in that I didn't take that were ruled by Virgo and Gemini, which Mercury based energy. So like the way that they express themselves to you, like if you mention liking something, like you're like, oh, this is my favorite snack, so they make sure they make it. I mentioned like the little bit of a health kick, so even if this person's like, I'm getting a specific instance, so like maybe this is incoming for you or present, keep this memory of what I'm saying because this is going to help you discern. I love this group. I'm happy for you. You're going to be good. If you like if let's say you have a sweet tooth, right? And you're like, no, I want to be healthier, but my sweets, that's my weakness. Like I love these, I don't know, cupcakes or whatever. This is a person that will like find a recipe for your favorite sweet so you don't have to live without it. Like you'll be able to eat it like every day, every other day, because the ingredients will be good for your health, if that makes sense. So like, I don't know, like they'll make like some really good vegan cupcakes, right? Like the cupcakes, like I mentioned the avocado in the description. So maybe they'll remove like the dairy, replace it for avocado and things like that in that cupcake. So now you get to enjoy your favorite treat consistently, and now it's like a protein bar instead, right? That's the vibe. And that level of compassion doesn't come from those personality types that are detached, right? Like, oh, disinterested, right? Like, oh no, they're just stoic in nature. No, 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 no. Like, that person's not interested. They just don't not interested in anybody beyond themselves. So I mentioned, looks like a phantom until one pulls up. That's you, okay? So let me keep pulling these cards. Someone that will really be making sure, like someone that will go out of their way to make sure you're getting rest and that you're rejuvenated. I like it, and I do have 4. This is your pile, okay? I'm still laughing at that first group that got mad at me for telling them that immediately. Like, you know your type. Stop acting like that with them. And I'm not going to dwell on it any further because, I mean, that's all you can do at that point for that group, okay? Look at this. The sun. We've got the light. Number 19. The sun. Someone that makes you light up, right? Like, you are actually attracted to people that are like a light in a room, because people gravitate towards them because they're so compassionate. They're very in tune with their divine feminine side. Like, the people you're actually attracted to are the ones that, like, if someone is lost and need directions, they walk up to that person, right? Like, the people you should be dating, those people, they're the ones people walk up to when they're lost. If they feel like they need help and it's all strangers around, they'll walk over to the personality type that you are attracted to and ask for help, okay? Really, really kind people. This shadow side of power where you're just acting not the right way with these people, I do not feel sorry for you, because these are sweet people. Stop that. We got 3 of Pentacles, recognition and reward. Acts of service based, okay? That compassion told it all when it first hit the table, but you need someone that is acts of service based. And if you're the type that self-sabotages and abuses those types and takes advantage, then I mean, I can't help you beyond you figuring out how to stop doing that. Because that's the only thing you can do is stop doing that, okay? If you're self-sabotaging in that way. But this is someone that will praise you, that will work with you. I mentioned that example. I don't know why I got that specific example, but keep it at the back of your mind, Power 4, because I do feel like something similar in nature will happen at some point that really makes it click for you. Like, oh yeah, I'm chasing the wrong, I'm confusing, you know, detached, disinterested people for, you know, being like shy and all of the stuff. If you let that go, then you'll stop, okay? Because someone's going to treat you really well. You'll notice the difference very soon. You're going to have something to compare it to. I feel like this is my pile of having something to compare it to, so you know and you see, right? Because this is someone that's going to go out of their way to support you, work with you, nurture you. Because again, this is an acts of service-based person. Praises your wins, praises your successes, right? Recognition and reward. So why do I keep, you know, at the beginning of your pile, I wanted to pull from this healing oracle, and I don't know why it's wanting to come out. So I'm going to shuffle really quick, grab it. This is a person that will, like, the types of people that you're like supposed to be attracted to, actually attracted to when you are aware of enough, will deviate you in the best way. Like, if they catch you doing something that's counterproductive, or if they catch you doing something that's not good for your health, they're very good, these personality types, at like shifting you in the right direction. Like, okay, I know this Power 4 really just can't let these sweets go, right? They just can't. That's their weakness. That's the Achilles heel. We're gonna figure something out. Like, I don't know, whatever they like eating, we're gonna make sure we start preparing those desserts in a form of like protein bars, of like health bars, of health treats. Like, it's a health treat basically. Like, I see it all the time and I'm always intrigued by those recipes. So someone that's going to make it easier for you here, where you may be struggling, right, when it comes to like healing, health, and things that are good for you. So let me see, what else is this? And it's going to be something compassionate based. What are they actually attracted to and compatible in love? I'm actually hearing this card is going to be a key indicator of this person's compassion. Okay, I keep saying person because out of those people, you're going to end up with a person like that. Key indicator of that personality type. Look at that. Look at that. I'm going to put these 2 there, but I need to find it. Slow and steady, very patient, but we have feminine energy. So I'm going to put that there, but I need to get my compassion card. Very feminine in nature, okay? And like, don't be thrown off if that's not what you're attracted to. It feels like someone that's very much a romantic, very poetic in nature, very loving, caring, nurturing, okay? Grounding, what I said. The compassionate, like the person's acts of service. This is someone that's like, okay, pile 4 is struggling to ground, pile 4 is struggling in their routine. Let me do all I can to make sure that I support them, okay? With grounding, okay? So at the bottom, self-love, helping you with your self-love in your journey. Yeah, that's good enough. So let me pull these other cards. Mango, pistachio, cupcake with avocado. I don't want to forget the avocado. Who are you actually attracted to and compatible with in love? I'm happy for the people that have just been conflicted and not knowing, like, am I just pursuing the wrong types of people? Because if you're gentle in nature, I'm telling you, yes. I know sometimes people get confused. They're like, yeah, no, opposites attract. I need someone that has what I don't have. No, you seem like you have it together. This feels like you need someone like you, okay? And then, like I said, those of you that are like hyper aggressive, that's not balanced enough in your feminine energy, like hyper masculine, regardless of gender, that's your type. That very compassionate feminine is your type. You might actually be attracting hyper feminines. That's why you're easily taking advantage of them. Like people that are hyper feminine in nature are easily preyed on by people that are hyper masculine in nature, and it's not a gendered thing. That's just literally like the animal kingdom, you know? Let me see. Tell me more about my top 4. Who are they actually compatible with? Yeah. Cancer is very maternal sign, okay? Moon in Cancer, you and your loved ones are safe. Someone that's very in touch. Like I find like this is you're attracted to people that are feminine in nature. The end, okay? So if you're masculine and you're attracted to feminines, confirmation. Someone that's more in tune with their feminine side. And if you are feminine, you're like, okay, you're putting this feminine energy on my table. I am attracted to men. Because I even had a comment a while back that tried to say I was trying to make people be attracted to genders that they're not. That's not what I said. What I'm saying is, if you are feminine, or like, let's say you're like I am, woman, I am attracted to men. I'm straight as a rock. Good for you. Me too. Okay, like I'm not, like, that does not offend me. It's saying that you connect better with men that are in tune with their feminine side. I find, and this is the healthy, I'm not going to read the shadow aspects of that because it's counterproductive. It would be men that are more, like maybe they had a lot of women that helped raise them and they're very close and respect them, right? Very close with their moms, things like that, right? Had a very healthy dynamic with the feminines around them to where they're comfortable connecting with that side of them. Possibly healthier relationships with the masculines around them, right? Have a lot of well-rounded masculines around them that know when to be masculine, know when to be more compassionate, receptive, right? Like it just feels like a person that is not afraid of being perceived a certain way. Like this is the type of person that wouldn't be concerned about being perceived as less masculine because they're very confident in their masculinity, if that's the conversation, right? All right. Yeah, full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. You and your loved ones are safe. A person that helps you resolve issues. A person that cares about nurturing you. Okay, taking care of you. It's a person that would want to take care of you as best they could. Okay, that's the love language. Both Cancer signs. And again, I keep mentioning the feminine expression. Remember that the full moon in Cancer happens during Capricorn season. That's the maternal, paternal axis. A question that would help everyone in this pile, if all of you here should ask yourself, in me dating this person, what type of parent do I feel they would be? This is a part that needs to ask that question to yourself. This is going to help you realize if you're compatible with somebody. Like, what type of parent would this person be? Whether you want children or not, That's not the point. The point of the matter is, in helping you discern if this is a person that you're going to be compatible with or not, what type of parent would this person be? And if it's not the kind that like you feel would raise healthy children, that's your answer. Okay, I cleaned it up for you. Let me see. And that's regardless of age. Like I'm just saying, like, would you want this person around children? How do you think this person would respond to like children and things like that, right? So tell me more about this. Yeah, something about, there was a shock. Some of you, I'm like throwing you off like, wow, she is blowing my mind. I don't know why. I don't feel like I'm saying anything mind-blowing at all. But if I'm like awakening something in you, then great. That's the point. I mean, if that's, you're having some revelations on the table. How for my pistachio? Go to the dream readings, okay? There's a playlist on the channel, so you don't even have to dig for it. It's in there. And again, membership has more pistachio energy. So my power for pistachio, mango, avocado, cupcake. Who are you actually attracted to and compatible with? Solar energy, bright, vibrant personalities. Sun, same vibe. Self-express, embody truth. Somebody that's very comfortable, very confident in themselves. I love all of the solar energy, like vibrant like the sun. That's Leo energy. It is also fifth house energy, okay? Associated with the fifth house, which rules romance, creativity, actually the firstborn child, right? Rules those things. It rules fun, literally fun, joy, pleasure, like someone that makes you happy, that adds joy and pleasure to your life, someone that actively looks to cultivate joy and pleasure in your life, like not just participate in it, but like someone that initiates joy and pleasure. I referenced the health kick because you picked the health kick cupcake, like someone that knows like, okay, listen, power four just cannot leave these sweets or whatever type of food alone. I got to figure out how we're going to make this in a way that they can eat it every day like they want to, because I don't want to steal their joy of this treat, but this treat is not healthy. We can't keep eating this like that. That's the example that I'm using, okay? So someone that would surprise you and make you so happy because it's like, ooh, my favorite sweet, this person made it, and they made it in a way to where I literally can eat it every day and no one can judge me. I love it for you. That makes me happy. I love seeing stuff like that on the table because I see enough shadow. Pisces, intimacy, intuition, and compassion. Love to see it. Pisces is another water sign. It's another feminine sign. It's the sign of the siren, of the mermaid, right? It's fish. Some of you, the health kick is being more pescatarian. I'm realizing got crab here, got fish here. Some of you, this person, I say this person, but people, like I keep referencing people that care about their diets. I don't know what your lifestyle is like, but that's a big deal. But I'm seeing someone, and I keep referencing a specific person. I don't know if that's just a broad personality and like your next partner is going to be like what I'm saying for real, and that's the discernment for that group that I mentioned. I love it for you, but like I got a pescatarian diet on the table. Yeah. So Sun in Pisces may be a big deal as well, okay? But that Cancer Capricorn axis. So Cancer season, beginning of summer, Capricorn, beginning of fall. And again, Sun in Pisces is the end of winter, okay? Those will be things that could be relevant placements and things like that. Pisces energy rules the Hollywood glamour. I like to call a lot. It rules all of the subconscious things, someone that you can share your deepest, darkest secrets with. It's actually like when we talk about hidden enemies and hidden allies, like you need a partner that is like your hidden ally. Like this is someone that would be so much in your favor that you wouldn't even realize half of the things that they actually do that benefit you. Okay? That's why I got the shadow of taking advantage of people, because this is a personality of you, all of you selecting this pile wouldn't even realize the magnitude of support that your actual type, that you're actually attracted to, provides you. That's how much they would be supporting you. You wouldn't even be able to see it. Okay. You got actually Pisces here, solar here. Like it some of you may be a little woo-woo in nature. Like this person may even be doing like workings down the line if that's their nature to enhance you. I got that. Okay. So yeah, let me pull more cards for my pile 4. Tell me more about my pile 4. My mango, pistachio, avocado. This is such a long reading. I mean, I mentioned it in the other piles. It's a reading we've not done before. So we're rolling with the energy. The spirit guides are like so excited to see us ask new questions and to be able to talk to you about different topics. Because I know we got a little bit stale with our topics, which are not going away, but we want to add to it. Body, fit. I know what I'm talking about. Something about this health conscious. Whether we're talking about mental health, whether we're talking about physical health, both health conscious, fitness, cosmetic surgery, body modification. Obviously someone that looks really good. Like this is my first pile. Like, yes, you need to be physically attracted. Like I'm confirming, yes, you need to be physically attracted to the person. I never tell any of you to be engaging people you're not attracted to. But in terms of the intangibles and the inside qualities, we were looking today to see what you're actually attracted to. And something about you, you need someone that's going to support you in your health. Okay, like something about your health. And those of you that like are self-sabotaging, I can see some regret. Like it's fine. We got attractive, feisty, on a roll, temperature, climate, debates. I'm not putting this on my table. You deal with your self-sabotaging ways. Those of you that are slipping in on that side of the pile, because we're already too long. Let me wrap you up. What's my pile 4 actually attracted to and compatible with in love? Desert, clarity, honesty, survival, wisdom, self-discovery. Someone that's going to challenge you to be the best version of you. Someone that you're going to discover yourself through. It feels familiar to one of the piles. I have long distance, travel, time apart. There may be a bit of a cultural difference, some of you. Let me see. It may be a little bit of a cultural difference. What is this telling me? Body, desert, long distance. I don't know. Something about... Let me pull from this other deck. Because then it got really quiet. Love is at the bottom here. So that does talk about that compassion and loving nature that you need. But not in an overbearing sense. God is someone that allows you your space, your alone time, someone that doesn't smother you. Okay, those of you, okay, it came through, it hit me. If you, okay, some of you are, I mentioned that side of you where you like, think you like people that are detached, but really you just want someone that knows boundaries, right? Like you like someone that's like not all up on you all the time. That's fine. But I mentioned like, looks like a phantom till one pulls up, right? Someone that actually has healthy emotional boundaries and gives you the space you need when you need it, but also is very loving, nurturing, and like compassionate towards you. Because some of you are chasing people that are detached because you know you want to be bothered when you want to be bothered and you leave it alone. But that's not the right approach. Like I get what you're trying to do. Like I'm not knocking what you're doing. Like I get what you're trying to do. Okay? Like in theory, that's the right way. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just that slight lack of discernment, you're misinterpreting energy, right? Like you're looking at people with detached and avoidant attachment styles, right? Like people with avoidant attachment styles as people that may be a little more low key and like stoic in nature, right? Like that's not the same thing. Okay, because people that are like that still are very expressive with you. Like they give you your space and they won't hound you when you have your space, but like they care about you, and when you're with them, like you can see they care about you. Does that make sense? That's what that is, okay? But some of you are dealing with people that literally don't care about you at all, but like you're thinking, oh yeah, no, this person gives me my space, I love it, but that's not what that is. They don't care about you. Not saying like currently, but just in general. If you reflect on what I'm talking about, you'll see I just unlocked something in you. I love it. Good for you. Let me see. Pile number 4. Who the actual, okay, incoming mask. What I said. All of these came out exactly what I just said. So mask says hiding true feelings, pretending and delude, gaslight and personify. Some of you are like dealing with people. Yeah, heartbreak here. Leave those types of people alone. They're not interested in you. Because remember, I mentioned the hidden friends and hidden enemies. You're confusing the hidden enemies, right? That are avoidant in nature, right? That have that avoidant attachment style, for the people that have boundaries and are a little bit low key, right? That would be a hidden ally, right? Like a partner that's not all up on you, but they're still low key doing stuff like little things. Like let's say your partner, we got long distance. Let's say you got a long distance relationship. Your partner, you see them once, however long, right? So they come over and then they leave. Now the hidden ally would be they left and you start looking around the house and you're like, wait, hold on. They made all kinds of food in the freezer and forgot to tell me. Like you start finding snacks, you start finding things that needed to be done because they know you're going to be working, like things like that. Little attention to detail, little acts of service, like little things that you're like, wait, hold on. This person knew they weren't going to be here, so they made sure I was ready without them. Like stuff like that. Discernment between the hidden enemy and the hidden ally in your love life. Okay? Because I got ship, which says cutting ties, moving on, receive what you need, progression and arriving, and separation. Letter S may be relevant in some way. It says sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you, uncertain future. You need a partner that misses you when you're gone. Like, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, even if like they have stuff to do, you have stuff to do, you need a partner that shows that they miss you when you're not around each other. Because that's what that is. Because I'm like, okay, your love language, acts of service, care, compassion, desire. Like somebody that when you're not around them, like you can tell they miss you. Like not that they're down and out and depressed, but like you can tell they miss you, right? Okay. Let me see this. All right. And when I say miss you, I don't mean miss what you do for them. Because if this feels like I'm describing you and you can match better with people like yourself, I'm not talking about somebody that misses all of the acts of service that you may be doing for them. I mean someone that misses your company, right? Not the tasks you were completing for them. Tell me about my pile 4. The love language associated with who my pile 4 is actually attracted to. Okay, there we go. Incoming energy of free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Someone that gives you the space you need to be who you are without smothering you. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Okay, so that's the issue. That's the detachment of not wanting to hear me. That the subset of you that didn't want me to say you need someone that's more feminine, someone more compassionate, someone that's very helpful. Your type is still all of those things, but they have their own identity, their own space. They have self-love, they have self-care, they prioritize themselves and their own lives over you, but they won't be hiding their feelings. They won't be pretending, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they won't be cold and detached with you. Like when their energy is focused on you, it's focused on you, but it's not focused on you 100% of the time. I get this is about maybe like, oh, I don't want somebody on me all the time. That's draining. I get that. But your type is still someone that prioritizes you. It's just that they're able to prioritize themselves as well. I'm telling you, look like a phantom until one pulls up. You're going to see. You're going to see. You're going to see. So let me get my last one in your advice. Tell me who my pile number 4 is actually attracted to. Please give me the love language associated with the person, my pile number 4, is actually attracted to. Oh, okay. What I got a lot. Do what they say when they say they're gonna do it. Like if they say they're gonna do something, they do it. And if someone, like, this is a person that moves quickly. When, like, so let's say there's space, there's distance. I'll use that example. They miss you. They want to get closer to you sooner rather than later. Like, yes, they want their time to themselves just like you do, but they miss you. They want to see you. They want to spend time with you more rather than less, even though they need their own private time. Does that make sense? I kept like feeling like in this pile specifically, it's the only one. I felt like I was talking about a very specific person, for better for worse. Very soon you're going to see, I keep saying it looks like a phantom until one pulls up. I keep saying that. Very soon you're going to see this phantom. It's going to pull up, I guess. And you will realize, and I feel like I've gotten this energy before, not exactly like the words, but I feel like I got a vibe of a pile before. I don't even remember the reading at all. I don't even know what I was talking about, of a person being treated a certain way. And it touched me because I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And I felt sad for the pile. It was like, you're going to be connecting with people or person soon that you're going to reflect on previous connections and be like, that's not love or something like that. Like you'll see what love actually is. Like if you pick that pile, you know what I'm talking about. And let everybody in the comments know if you pick that pile so that they can know that's their group too. Because that's what it feels like. Very soon you're going to see the phantom pull up. And you'll have the discernment to recognize that phantom. And you'll never go back. I'm so excited for this group. I'm proud of y'all. Memories. Look at you. Someone is walking down memory lane at this time. It's okay to reminisce about the past by looking at old photos or messages. While I'm sending everybody the other messages, if you're new, you may be excited, or maybe you're just like, I don't know where I go from here. There is a memory skeleton key on the channel. It's probably like a year old, but it's on here and it is free. So those of you that are like, I don't want to do the membership thing, maybe I'm not ready, maybe it's just not my vibe, there are free messages. There's some free pistachio, there's some free mango, there's some free key readings. So take advantage and all of the things. So give me your advice for my pile number 4. And like I said, I'm not discouraging you from joining memberships. It's just that that's not for everybody, literally. So find your place, your space, and pick your personalized experience here. All right, I got 2. Take note of your actions. We are interconnected in every way. Your purpose does not require anyone else's permission. Yeah, definitely don't be dating people that make you feel like you're doing something wrong all the time. That's not good. Even if you're a little on the aggressive side, like, watch how you manage people, watch how you interact with people. Like, don't be just treating people poorly just because you feel like that's your default setting. But beyond knowing how to manage situations and de-escalate situations, like, you don't need to be dating people consistently that make you feel like everything you do is wrong. Don't be doing that at all. At all. I don't care what side of the pile you're on. If you feel like you're consistently in relationships where that's a thing, then you need therapy, because it's either a pattern with you that, I mean, it's a pattern with you regardless, but you may need to learn how to treat people so that you're not always the villain, or you may need to learn how to pick better partners so that they're not constantly treating you like that. And it's usually both. So take care of that, okay? We got drops of Jupiter. Listen, Jupiter is a planet of luck, expansion. I feel like that's your confirmation that some of you in this pile, I just dropped some gems. I let you know some really key critical information that's gonna help you ascend. Remember me when you all happy and in love. Still support the channel. There's other readings here. So that is all I have for you today. My pile number 4. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew. There's a lot of exclusive messages on the Onyx key tier. Thank you for watching.